This stuff will make you a goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus. Just like me.
Welcome back, guys. Finally, we almost got it right. Almost got it right. Welcome, guys. We're going to be talking on Access Vegas today about abstinence and sobriety. I know you guys are super excited. Another week where you guys have made, you could be anywhere in the world, but you decided to not come on the Whatever podcast. You decided to come out here and hang out with us. Shout out to Brian. Yes. We're happy to have you guys here. Tomorrow, the reason why we're doing this one today, and we usually do this on Thursday, is tomorrow is going to be Babes in Toyland Toy Drive. We're collecting toys for KLUC 98.5's Toy Drive that they do every year, and we're supporting Monday's Dark, which is one of the greatest charities I've ever seen. They raise $10,000 every other week for a different charity in Las Vegas. They've already raised about $2 million for different charities in Las Vegas. So we're going to be helping both of them out tomorrow, and all of these ladies came out to help us with the Toy Drive tomorrow. So we're actually happy to have everybody here for this event. So let's get it started. Yeah. For all the ladies who came here today, she is from Wyoming. She is a model. Please welcome back Summer. Summer, well, thank you for coming out here.
Happy to be
Lives
here.
upstairs.
Incredible. She lives in the building.
Don't tell everyone.
She's from Moscow. She's from Moscow. She's a model, and she's in school for accounting. It is Natalie.
Hi, guys.
There you go. She's in school for accounting. Beautiful. All right. Here she is. She is from Vegas. She's a model, and she has an OnlyFans account. It's Hailey.
Yes. Hi.
There we go. Hailey's here. And she is from Houston. She's a Frenchie breeder and a model. It is Bree. Welcome, Bree. Welcome back. Bree's here again. Yeah. Okay, well, also back for a second time. She's from San Francisco. She's a student, a content creator. It's Emily. Welcome back, Emily.
Hi.
Awesome. For our first time, we finally got her here. She's from Georgia. She's a retired nurse turned model. It is Motley Monroe. Welcome, Motley.
Hey, y'all.
And she's from Venezuela. She's a model. Astrid, for the first time, is joining us.
Hello.
Nice. And once again, joining us again, she's from Indianapolis. She's a salon owner and a podcast host. It's Tori Speedy. How's you doing, Tori?
Really good. Glad to be here. Glad
Wonderful.
to be here, guys.
Wonderful, man. Well, we're really glad to have you guys, man. We haven't done the show in like 3 weeks. We're probably gonna have one more this year before New Year's. I'm excited to do that. For anybody who's interested, myself and Owen Cook are going to be doing a week-long boot camp here in Las Vegas. We're going to be doing a cold approach boot camp. Message you guys, either message me or message Tristan Darshan if you guys are interested in coming to that. I'm going to try to twist his arm and get Owen on the show sometime in December if we possibly can. We can get the legend Owen Cook on here. Yeah. Before we do that, before we go in, is there anything you want to go over?
Oh, no, I just wanted to say we got Babes in Toyland coming up. That's tomorrow, and this is the premier event, right? This is the one where this is where we got the name from, right?
This is my favorite because this is the Babes in Toyland we do in Las Vegas. So everyone flies in, and because Park MGM gives hotel rooms to the girls, that's why we have so many. And last second, you guys know my BFF Kindly. She is flying in tomorrow morning, so she's going to be coming. She can't usually come to these. She can't come to both, so she's going to be here tomorrow. So I'm excited to have her come, and it's going to be a great time. And we intend on getting a pile of toys that is taller, like at least 6 or 7 feet high. So that's exciting. Exciting stuff that we're going to do. We're going to do that tomorrow. It's going to be a beautiful time. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay, we're going to proceed. I've been waiting all week to do this. Some of you have seen this video. This is the greatest video I have ever seen in my entire life since we've been doing Access Vegas. Please let it roll here.
All right, here we go. Put this in here. Sorry, putting it in. Hang on. It's already up. Oh, that's why. There we go.
Run, man. Jacques writes in and said, "Did Sierra make you wait the way she's making Russell Wilson wait?"
Never.
You said that shit with confidence.
I don't know that situation. He could be. I don't know what it is. What you talking about? Wait for what?
Well, you know, they announced last week that they weren't having sex. That she was making him wait.
He might announce that just for the sake of just saying that.
Right. I believe so. He said God told him to leave this woman, and that's what they doing.
And God didn't tell me.
What God told you?
God told me something else. He ain't tell me to wait.
You tell me
I
wait.
guarantee you that. So we prayed afterwards, though. after we did it, we prayed. That's a true story.
Oh, word?
Yeah, man.
Really?
That was what really got me. I'm like, man, she praying with me. Like, never had nobody pray with me.
Wow, that was her idea. She said, let's pray afterwards.
Yeah, let's pray. I'm like, whoa, that should blow me away.
Wow, maybe now
That would sweep me out my foot. Never had nobody pray after sex.
Wow. Well, maybe now because it ain't work out, so now she's making him pray before sex.
Exactly.
I don't have to say anything. What do you think about this, Rollo?
Oh my God. Well, it's funny because like we've been goofing on Russell Wilson for the longest time.
For those of you who don't know, Russell Wilson is the quarterback for the Steelers, used to be the quarterback for the Broncos, and won a Super Bowl as a quarterback for Seattle. And after Future had a baby with Sierra, then they broke up, and now Sierra is married to Russell Wilson, but made Russell Wilson wait before they had sex.
Right. And then there was also the Sierra prayer.
Yeah.
Where she was like, wait for the right man to come along and everything. And then like was it 2 months after that, she's like, topless with a bottle of rum on her head.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It's just some crazy shit.
All right, guys, ladies, do you understand whether or not you want a guy to wait or not wait? Do you understand how it's difficult for a guy to wait when he knows the last guy didn't? Do you understand, Summer?
Yeah, I feel like I would get that. It's kind
Yeah?
of like a pride thing, too.
Yeah.
That would hurt my pride a little.
If you were a guy. Just grab the mic. What do you think?
Well, I mean, even being a girl, though, like, I don't want to wait, though. Like,
You don't want to wait. You want to know if the sex is good.
Yeah, like, why am I going to waste my time and energy?
Test drive.
Try
You know, I need
before
to
you
test
buy.
Test drive is
I need a
important.
test
If I'm going to
drive.
spend the rest of my life with somebody.
1,000%.
So-
I
so-
need to
know
wait
what's
because I don't want
going
to.
on.
Motley, how long should they wait?
I mean, that's up to
How
the
long have you made a
individual.
guy wait?
Yeah.
Ooh, the
Blowjob
longest?
first.
Yeah.
1 year.
Not a year. I think it was like 4 or 5 months.
You made a dude wait 4 or 5 months?
Yeah.
Did you tell
did
him
it.
you were going to make him wait?
No.
Okay,
just
so
made it, right?
time out a second. Yeah, okay, I have so many questions. So number
on,
one,
1 second.
was he the only guy you were dating at the time? Were you sleeping with someone else while you were making him wait?
No. He was the only guy.
He was the only guy saying, okay. Did you give him indications that you liked him even though you weren't sleeping with him? Because if I'm waiting
Oh,
for 4 or 5 months,
absolutely.
I'm losing confidence at
Yeah.
some point, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he knew.
He knew that you really liked him, and you made him wait 4 or 5 months.
I did.
After you made him wait 4 or 5 months, at the 4 or 5 month period, are you confused why this motherfucker's waiting that long? Sorry, I'm not supposed to cuss.
Well, I mean-
My bad.
You're breaking your own rules.
I'm sorry.
Wait, I want you to repeat the question.
Okay.
That wasn't 20 minutes.
So is there any part of your brain that's like, isn't it weird that this guy? Because there's other dudes you would date who are pretty, might be high status dudes who would not have waited 5 months. And was there any part of your brain that was like, isn't it strange that this guy's going to wait 5 months to have sex?
Maybe, but and you're right. Like, there's definitely guys I think that I wouldn't wait that long with.
So there are other guys you would have
yeah.
not. Why would you have waited less time with the other guys?
Because every man is different.
Okay.
And like, I mean, throughout your 20s, I feel like you change drastically.
Okay.
So at that point in my life, I felt like that was the right thing to do for me to wait.
Were you like resisting at all? Like, were you tingling? Like, oh my God, no, I'm just like not. Or like, were you just like, oh, you're not really making me tingle, so.
No. There
You
was,
know, like,
I was tingling.
I like the
There was
tingle. I like the
There was
tingle.
tingling. I think it was just like more on myself, like trying to figure out if that's really what I wanted
Right,
to commit
right.
to
Okay,
somebody
so
again.
what I'm saying is, could you be so physically attracted to a man that you know that's what you wanted and you don't make him wait?
I don't know about that.
Really? But you've had situations where you did make a dude wait 5 months, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, what's different? It's just where you are in your life, or do you
Yeah,
think
I think-
you don't think the guy could make you feel any different?
I think the guy could have made me feel a little bit different.
Okay.
But also where I was making that decision to make him wait.
Okay, got it.
But he definitely knew, and he stuck around.
Were you trying to figure out if something else was going to work out before you
No.
let this guy in?
Okay,
Well,
so
how was it when you
wasn't.
finally did it though?
It was all right.
all right, there we go. You didn't.
It wasn't worth the wait. I'll
Listen,
say
listen,
that.
listen.
So,
The prosecution rests.
She did.
Long
She did.
story short, test drives are important.
Yeah, but
people.
my point is, this is. I want you to hear. Just listen to the logic of what I'm saying. No offense to you. No offense to you or anyone else. I'm not waiting 5 months. And part of the reason I'm not waiting 5 months is because I'm good enough in bed to know that I don't need to wait 5 months. And this guy was willing to wait 5 months because he didn't know he was, and you found out he wasn't. Do you understand my logic? Do you see my problem here? I'm also a man, and me going 5 months without sex, I might start having like mental breakdowns. You see what I'm saying? So that's the other issue here. It's like sometimes as men, we need validation. There's tons of studies that show if men have sex, their self-esteem goes up. Sometimes when women have a lot of sex, their self-esteem does not go up. So it's different for men and women. But do you see my point about the 5 months?
Oh, absolutely.
Now, subsequently, what happened in that relationship?
It didn't really last.
It didn't really last long. Okay.
Like 8 months.
Yeah, we tried again.
We tried again?
It was yeah.
Was there any point
Not
after
the right
5
car, you know?
After 5 months, was there any point where it was like, oh, I see why you waited 5 months?
No, I don't think he knew.
Okay. You don't think he knew?
I don't think he knew.
Okay, got it. All right.
Sometimes you got to make guys like you wait.
But that's why you give
That's
them
what I'm saying. Trash.
I said
Nothing but trash. That's what I'm saying. Hey, look here. Where's my camera? I am the problem. I am the problem. Always remember that. I'm the problem.
Women would be better if you were better, Mike.
If I was better.
The first rule is acceptance, right?
Yes. Okay, anybody else? You guys understand why this video is so funny to me? Anybody else have a thought about this? You made one guy wait, but you made one guy wait, another guy not wait. Can you explain why?
the guy said God didn't make him wait.
These days I make everybody wait just because I'm the type of person that I need a mental connection before you can even turn me on. So I know what I'm looking for. I'm not into casual stuff, so I can feel it. I usually have this magnetic pull towards someone. I'd be lying if I said that didn't impact those decisions, but it's because I know that there's like a true connection on a mental level. So I think that is the factor, but casual stuff, no. Yeah. So that's my take.
You know what people say sometimes about like meaningless sex? None of it was meaningless to me. The next meaningless threesome I have will be the first one. I've never had a meaningless sex in my life. All of it was terrific. Go ahead. What do you?
You meant to bang everyone?
It's like none of it was meaningless. I don't know what meaningless sex means. Sex is great. Go ahead.
I feel like for me at least, I feel like everybody's talking about this like genuine connection and the feel and all these things. That genuine connection is later why you're going around and saying, oh, well, he was a piece of crap, or this happened, and then I hate it. I'm like, well, you did all this stuff because of that genuine connection. So at the end, it was your decision going off of that genuine connection that you thought that you had. I feel, at least in my point of view, it's like, and my culture as well, right, is we live in a world where women, I don't care what your opinion is, the fact is that we are seen differently.
Sure.
And how we behave is seen and judged differently and weighted differently. So we do have to be careful how we act and what decisions we make. And then later we can be like, well, no, but I did make this one way. And then this time is different. And I'm like,
I'll be the first.
Depends on how you look at sex, though. Like, it's body and soul. Like, my thing is like, because of what I do for a living, like, my man has to understand that, like, my body is like it's the most natural drug that we have, right? Is to have sex, right? That's our natural high, is to do that. So it's like my body can do that, but my soulful connection sex experience is a whole different
Hailey, I have to ask a question. You don't have to answer this if you don't want to. Okay. Have you been with a dude that wasn't your boyfriend on camera at work?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
And while you were in a relationship?
Yeah.
And then what did your man think about this?
I have preached that body and soul narrative into the fucking
ground. There's a book. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a book called Pimp by Iceberg Slim that you might want to read. And she is pimping this motherfucker. I cussed again. I apologize. Hailey, hold on. I need to know more.
So you gaslight him.
I must know more. So you have a man. How long you been with this dude?
I mean, kind of on and off for like a year.
Does he see other women?
No.
He doesn't see other women.
No.
You wouldn't allow it.
Not unless I'm there.
Okay, but you do film with other dudes. How do you pick the other dudes you film with?
I mean,
do you feel a connection with the other guys? They're very attractive.
Okay, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes, like, if like on set or whatever, you know, like we might fuck off camera a little bit, and so I might feel guilty if I'm fucking him off camera, you know, when I've got a situationship. So I try not to do those things.
I try not to fuck off camera. That is so romantic. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. I've never told the story before. This is totally when OnlyFans first came out. Girls were flooding. OnlyFriends first came out. This was just I'm screwing up everything. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
It's his first time. He's kind of nervous.
Yes, I am nervous. You guys make me nervous. This real talk. I was out with a girl who I'm friends with, and no interest in sleeping with this girl. We're just friends. We went. I can't remember. Went to the movies. A big group of us or whatever. We came back and we were going back to my place, and she goes, I would never have sex with a guy on a first date, something like that. And I go, well, I'll have sex with you on OnlyFans. She goes, okay, let me go get my stuff. And I was like, what the? I was totally kidding. But from her standpoint, like 2019, 2020, 21, girls were making so much money. And then I was talking to girls, and I talked to several girls that told me the decision on who they chose to date was how well they could film and who they could film with on OF.
So how much did you get out of that recording?
Has anybody had that experience?
So
you had to consider.
Well, so I have rules though. So like if I have a situationship and I'm a little bit more serious, then I'm only gonna film with said guy if it's going to like be a good business decision. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not just gonna be
more. I know what you're saying, but I need you to be more specific. Yes. I know exactly what you're saying, but you need to say it out loud.
Because I need them to be like, I need you to have a fan base. I need them to be fucking a bunch of other fucking high-end girls. Like I need.
It's fine. We're past.
We're past it.
Anyways,
yeah, you're good.
You fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm done. No, but I what was I saying? I do I try and be a little bit more picky.
High-end girls.
You know what I mean?
Whoa, stop.
And you're talking about threesomes though. My like dream threesome is like the Owen Gray and Small Hands threesome, and I feel like it would.
I don't know who that is.
I feel like it would be.
Are we allowed to pull that up?
Can you please?
No,
probably
Look it up
not.
later, folks. Look it up
Probably
later.
not.
My dream threesome.
Again, it's not like I am actually way less.
This is a
judgmental.
family show.
Way less judgmental. If you film with your husband or if you film with your boyfriend, I actually don't care that much. I do think it is like when you break up, it's going to make for a really, really awkward Christmas, right? But if you're married to someone and you're filming with someone else, which by the way, we had Sarah Jesse come on here and she does that frequently. She talks about this often. I don't think I could be a part of that. I just think that would be a hard deal for me. Although I do know a lot of women who date male content creators and they film with other women while they're monogamous with the guy.
Let me ask you something. Can you be just with one person for the rest of your life?
She would have to make me money like Layla Hormozi makes Alex Hormozi money. If I was that kind of money, I could be with one. But I'm talking like that kind of money. I think I could be with one person.
I could be with one guy, but not just one person. Like I need to bring girl. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
so that's it. So you're talking about a polygynous relationship,
right?
So because there's a girl I'm seeing now, and I had this conversation with her. She was like, "You can see other people without me, or whatever." And I was like, "I would rather see other people with you, other women with you, than go." That's just my personal preference. 1,000%. I would rather see other women with you. I don't want to run around or whatever. So that's just me. Mm-hmm. So I can definitely see that. But I think a couple having sex with other women is different than you having a man who doesn't get to have sex with other women and you film with other dudes.
1,000%. So I will definitely make sure that he gets his little fix too. But I'm there, and you do not talk to her. I'm the one communicating. Yeah. You know that she's coming over.
I got to know everything you think about this.
Yeah, because I'm here. I see her right now.
No. So I don't know about everybody at the table. I don't do boy girl content at all.
Me neither.
I've been that's wonderful. Girl. I've been asked to do it a million times, but that's one line I just won't cross. I do girl. But that part I completely understand. Mm-hmm. Like if I'm with a guy and he wants to bring another girl into the mix, I'm cool with that. Right. As long as I'm there.
As long as I'm there.
But I just don't.
And we're fucking her together.
I have a really hard time understanding, and maybe it's from where I'm raised.
That's
maybe
crazy,
you'll
girl.
understand
That's
this
crazy
as far as like Texas, like
Can't
southern
believe you said
raised.
that.
I would never want a man to think like, oh, my woman's out screwing other men. Like I just couldn't.
So you actually see it from the man's point of view. That's incredible. Yeah, that's very, very enlightened. That's amazing. Yeah.
No, but like, how serious are you with that guy first? You're not gonna take me out of my work. You know what I mean?
No. And I get that. Like, so if you don't feel like you're gonna marry the guy, then I get it.
How serious are you gonna be?
All right, so this is the thing. Have you ever been close to tempted to doing boy girl?
No.
Never even close.
No.
Has anybody else here been close to tempted or done boy girl? Anybody? Just you? You have? Have you done it or you were tempted?
No, I have, but it was like someone I was talking to, so I didn't like go out my way find someone that was like, oh, you do this, let's do this. But we were already kind of talking, and he does content. So
had you slept with him before?
I did.
Okay, so you were slept with him before, and you were kind of talking.
Just for like, oh, let's get together and film.
Yeah.
So we were already together, and he was like, if you want to try it, why not just bring a camera in? And I'm like, oh my god, I don't know.
Do you regret doing it?
No.
Is it behind like 3 paywalls?
But I definitely didn't put it up there.
You didn't?
I was scared.
Did he put it up there?
Yes.
Okay. Which one of?
But I let him.
Wait. So you don't have it up at all? Because this is always my next question, Molly. Which one of you sells it for which price? That's always my next question. Do you guys sell it for the same price, or does he sell it for more than you do? That's always what I wonder.
Communication.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely did.
Okay, got it. That's the only time you've ever done that? But it was a guy you were talking to?
Yeah, I was talking to him, so it was kind of like we already did it, and I'm like, why not? I mean, I actually kind of liked him, but I could never take him seriously.
What, because he has sex with too many women?
That's my
No,
one question.
I could.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I have no content. But on camera, I'm amazing. Right. So my question is, how serious do you guys think guys take you when you're doing content? Or are you looking for that serious, like, are you looking for the man to make you not work?
It depends on how secure you are in you.
I'm
you know what I'm
asking you.
saying? Like, my thing is if you understand the body and soul, like, whole thing, you know that when you fuck me, because you're my man, you fuck the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel something. It's when I do whatever, like, you know what I'm faking almost everything, you know? And it's like, as a man, if you can comprehend that and swallow that pill, then I'll swallow it.
So to speak. There it is.
And I'll swallow it too,
There it
you know?
is.
So to speak. I
Oh, this is the most beautiful.
I have like a
Go ahead.
follow-up question to that. So here's my thing. I've heard you guys say that it depends on like the guy and if I know I'm gonna marry him. So my question is, are you going to be the one proposing? Because like, how do you know you're
that's
gonna
what
marry
I'm saying.
him?
I'm like,
you know what I mean? It's like,
where's the switch?
So where? Yeah, where's the?
I think here's the line of delineation. Hailey, you do know that you're attractive enough where men will still want to date you, but you do know that you have disqualified a certain group of men who will not date you because you film guy-girl content. You understand that, correct? You understand it as well? Well, it's probably not as much for you because it's on some other guy's content. And you,
but I already did that.
your line is actually lower because you've never done guy-girl.
I'm a smaller pill to
Right,
follow.
smaller pill to follow. But you do understand there is a subset of men that might have a problem with that.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Like I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. I've dated so many Playboy models. I'm not gonna say I have a problem with that.
Well, and I feel like.
But for me, I also the guy-girl thing would be the line I wouldn't be able to cross. Like I don't think I could. I talked to this with my sales team. Would you guys? What do you think would happen to Men of Action if the guys could see my girlfriend having sex for $5.99? They're like, well, it would destroy our company.
They would wish that they were fucking her.
It would destroy
what
my
if
company.
she stopped? What if she stopped just for you? What if
The
she's
problem
like,
is the problem is the content is still going to be up on
so
many
it's,
vids.
it's always there. So the
Yeah,
fact
that's
that
the
it's
problem.
even
It kind of is always there, you know.
It's called the digital footprint. Yes, it's always there.
Digital footprint is
like
big.
I'm not going to lie. Like there's
I would want to see your digital footprint if it was broadcast.
There's a bottom
It's a
third of
resume.
men. There's a bottom third of men who get no sex at all. Maybe 1 or 0 sexual partners. I'm never going to tell you, ladies, that because you did OF, no guy's going to want you. That's not true. Guys who goes on these other shows who say that, you are fucking delusional. There's dudes. There's so many. The only thing growing faster than the OF economy is the simp economy. You guys are just fine. But there is a certain subset of guys that you may want that are going to say, can't take you home to mom. Because of
but
this.
they're going to be boring for me anyway, so I don't really care.
What I'm saying is you made the deal.
Yeah, I
right?
made the deal with the devil, and I
My
agree
friend
with
Nora
that.
Ford made the deal. My friend Tucci Cash made the deal. My friend Nicolette Shea made the deal. And my friend, they made the deal, and they understand that because they wanted the bag first. Now you have a girl like Sarah Jesse who has both. Right, she has a husband and children, and she also films.
Yeah.
She has, in her mind, she has both, right? But for the most part, as long as you ladies understand that there are consequences, I don't give a fuck. Do whatever you want. Just like if I take steroids, there's consequences for my liver and kidneys. If you do OF, there's consequences. As long as you understand, the problem is the delusion. That is the problem that I have an issue. You want to say something?
I just want to add and clarify that I don't do content either. I don't have OnlyFans for that reason. The
Digital
blueprint,
footprint,
right?
yeah. It's real.
And
Girls
the devil,
want it
I will.
removed when they want to settle down.
Let me be honest that the devil is on my shoulder. You know, sometimes going, just change your life. Like you could be in your G-Wagon tomorrow.
Sophie
you put
Rain.
your ass on. No judgment. No judgment. But yeah,
Motley was
I've
saying she
battled
wanted to
that,
film
but
with you, so like I think it was
totally like I just.
I didn't say that, but you are beautiful. You could always do feet.
Could always do feet.
Feet.
I might look into it.
Feet.
That I might do.
It doesn't matter.
I do have pretty feet.
I don't claim to
ugly
understand
feet.
it, but feet.
I don't understand it either.
I have an answer for it. I actually
I
have
don't
an answer
understand
for
it, but
the
the
feet.
money's green.
No, but I have an answer for the feet. I saw this study, and so your pleasure center in your brain and the sensations in your feet are next to each other. So in the womb, when you're developing, there's crossovers.
That's
So
probably.
that's why we
are.
will have foot
Can somebody
fetishes.
perplexity
It hits
that
the
for me?
pleasure
Look
brain.
that up on
And
Perplexity.
it's a phenomenal thing.
I
I
got it,
fucking
yeah.
learned. I was like, that's crazy.
A foot fetish is like when you hear about it the first time, you're like, that's kind
The
of
first
weird,
time I give
right?
a foot, like,
but then you hear
that,
everything
I'm
else
like,
that's
what am I
out there,
doing?
you're like, I'm fine with feet.
That's the thing.
I know.
Fighting about fetishes is like, do you ever wonder if you don't have like a fetish in that category, what is your fetish? Like, are you just a person without a fetish?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
heterosexual missionary sex is my fetish. It's kind of weird. I know I get in a lot of trouble for that.
Strange, though.
Yeah, strange. Women who look like women, that's another fetish that I have. It's kind of weird. Hopefully it comes back soon. Women who are not obese, I'm kind of into that. I don't know, but these are some of my fetishes. Big boobs is kind of a weird one I have.
Put him in a bikini.
What's that?
I said put him in a bikini and he drops his pants.
Yeah. I have these weird fetishes. Heterosexuality.
I like the bikini models because
It's so rare.
Yes.
But you know they're not.
Huh?
See, I like what Tori was saying here is that like you got the devil on one shoulder saying you can make a lot of money, you can make a lot of money. So the problem is like a lot of the girls these days are living out what I've said is the plot to Pretty Woman. Have you ever seen the movie Pretty Woman? Like,
I've been on
it's the
Rodeo.
hooker with the heart of gold. And you got Richard Gere, who is like this billionaire industrial guy, and the only guy who can lift her out of that lifestyle is the millionaire guy who gives like the jewelry and everything. Yeah, but there's another
that's
one.
a whole different one.
That's a whole different one.
That's a problem.
No, I agree with you. It's just 50 Shades.
Yeah.
Like the problem is when women complain
50
about men
Shades
watching porn. You guys understand 50 Shades of Grey is female porn, but it's not.
Smut.
It's not just that it's smut. It's that it's so unrealistic. You like ladies are like, yes, I'm gonna get my billionaire with a huge penis who doesn't fuck any other women but me. Like, do you understand how ridiculous that is?
He will always fuck other women.
Oh my God, bro!
That's why you still bring him in.
So I couldn't finish. I read everything. I tried to finish the books. I got through the. I barely got through the first book, and then I asked my friend. I was like, "Dude, okay, I got to know. The only thing I got to know: does Christian Grey have sex with any other women besides Anastasia?" And they're like, "No." And I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
But that's because
you never know. You never know.
His fetish was control. Yeah. And when that you have, and with men like that, they fixate. And he was fixated on her, and he couldn't control her. And once he had her,
she treated him ordinary. It's the law of attachment. She treated him ordinary, whereas other women throw themselves at him. And he craved her because she didn't need him. She was whole by herself, even though she had a totally different
Can we just
lifestyle.
be honest and say 50 Shades of Grey is just basically Twilight with no vampires?
Oh,
that's fair.
It's the biggest ball of coke I've ever seen in my life.
If he lived in a trailer park,
You mentioned take notes on Christian Grey. Stop bagging on him. Take some damn notes.
Yeah, let me step one, get the $1 billion. Get out of my face. Get out of my face with this nonsense. Christian Grey is the most.
We need the Times Square penthouse high rise. And then we can talk about how Christian fucked her mind, because he definitely fucked her mind first before he touched her. And then he had a dungeon.
Wait, don't spoil it. He hasn't finished the book.
But she wasn't the first one.
It's been years. It's been out. People have seen it. She's not giving any spoilers.
Yeah, but she wasn't the first one. He fixates on one, and then when he's done, he gets another one.
Because didn't he have the blonde? Didn't he have the blonde like aunt or something?
Wait. Stop.
Member,
Okay, listen how they're all talking about that. Like they know every fucking detail of this story, right? Now let me explain something to you.
That book is astrology, dude.
Because I'm an author, obviously. So here's the thing: is that book was not published by a major publisher. It was published independently by the author, right? So it was it was independent. Okay, so it sold 65 million units in its first year. Okay, by word of mouth. By nothing but women reading it.
Can I give you one more fact? What is the hardware store? Not Home Depot, but it's like a Home Depot. Ace and all those, they sold out of the parts in the book and in the movie of the scenes. So there were specific ropes. The ropes. There were things that he made for this.
Wives were over there like
all that sold out. Because the women were like, okay, I got my man. He's my Christian Grey. He might not have $1 billion, but he's taking care of her. So
I wonder how many
okay,
divorces.
tie me up. Let me see what that might
They
be.
want the from a trailer park.
I wonder how many divorces were caused from that book.
I don't think
Probably a lot.
I think
Yo,
it was
guys,
all women.
I'm sorry, man. The billionaires that are in real life, they don't do this. I'm
No, they
sorry.
don't.
Just please get real, like, bro.
Most of the time they have like micros and like that. That's why they make money. You know?
Like Elon Musk just had a kid with one of the executives in his company. He has 12 children or something like that. Like, no, guys, that's not how this works. Please, like, I just think it's so damaging that people believe that
But
crazy.
guys do like kinky shit.
I'm not saying they don't like kinky shit. What I'm saying is that Christian Grey in real life is not sleeping with one woman.
Like
it's
even
not.
Elon. Elon has what, like 15 freaking kids?
Yeah, but he's a serial monogamous though, so he moves from one to the next.
That's
to the
what
next,
I'm
to the next,
saying.
yeah.
He's like a Christian Grey.
Yeah.
He's got one. He fixates and moves on.
Yeah, but Christian Grey
Rhymes.
doesn't move on. He goes through 3 books. That's too much. That's too much. All right, go ahead. We had another video? Okay. We got-
Video number 2.
Oh, my God. We were supposed to get through 20 videos.
I
We're
know,
not.
already. You want to do 50 Cent?
Yeah, oh, God. This one is so great.
here we go.
Ladies, did you guys see this? Make sure you check this out. Most of you have seen this
Man
video.
who needs multiple women is very unhappy with
Residency
himself.
coming in
Having the
February.
attention of multiple women feeds his ego. It's a mask, a distraction, a way to cover up his insecurities. See, a real man doesn't need more than one good woman. He knows the value of loyalty and commitment. He invests his time and energy into someone he sees a future with. He builds trust, respect, and something lasting because he knows that's where real fulfillment comes from. But an insecure man, he plays games, he toys with emotions, he strings along multiple women, not caring about the damage he leaves behind. To him, it's all about control, validation, and boosting his fragile self-esteem. But here's the truth, no amount of attention will ever be enough for a man who doesn't feel whole inside. A real man chooses differently. He values depth over distractions, respect over selfishness. He knows that love isn't about how many you can keep. It's about how well you can treat the one who matters. Because at the end of the day, it's not the number of people who surround you that defines you. It's the character you show when no one's watching. So ask yourself this, are you the man who builds or the man who destroys?
Okay,
All right,
ladies,
wait.
Yeah.
Before anybody says anything, chat. Yes.
Don't say anything. Don't say
No.
anything.
Okay.
Don't say anything.
I no. Okay,
We
not
know-
no.
What do you think about this video? What do you think about
If
this?
you're a serial cheater, you're gay.
Yeah.
If you're constantly
Yeah,
searching
constantly.
for something,
Got it.
you're constantly.
So you agree
you're
with 50
searching
Cent? You agree with 50
Yes,
Cent?
you're
Okay,
searching
anybody
for-
else here agree with 50 Cent? Raise your hand if you agree with 50 Cent. Raise your hand if you get the joke. Go back and play the beginning of the video again.
Shut up. Am I missing something?
Yeah.
Woman is very unhappy with himself. Having
Yeah,
the
you'll notice
attention
the
of
lip
multiple
sync.
women
Hey,
feeds
look
his
at you
ego.
see 50 Cent's face?
It's a mask,
fucking
a
deep
distraction,
fake. This is the
a
deep
way to cover up his insecurities. See, a real man doesn't need more than one good
They
woman.
sat there and said
He knows
the
the
man
value
who
of
wrote
loyalty and
Pimp
commitment.
and the
He
magic
invests-
stick actually started talking. 50 Cent has said he will never get
I was
married.
like, y'all.
It is so insane to me, the level of cope. This is right there with the Christian Grey nonsense.
This works on me.
Every,
This works on me. I'm so gullible. This shit works on me. I can't.
No. You know what he did? He took that. I bet you that's Chris G.Q. Perry transcript. I bet you that's what that is. This is so crazy to me how many people, how many women wanted to believe. There's a girl I'm seeing now who wanted to believe this was real. Why was there no alarm bell in your head that said, I'm a
Okay, can I just
PIMP?
say, I'm going to say one thing.
I got the magic stick. I know if I hit it once, I'm going to hit it twice. And you believe this nonsense, man.
But if you don't
change of
know
heart.
he's doing anything, then he's not doing anything.
What do you mean?
If you don't know, you don't know.
Oh, no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about-
If it's flagrant, like if he makes you believe that, then that's great.
No, but my point.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
think it's him making you believe it. I feel like it's in this case women wanting and looking for anything out there to support the idea they want.
Yes.
They have, right?
Ladies,
like back out that idea. They're like,
ladies,
not even 50 Cent is saying it.
Now, if you disagree with the statement, let me know. I don't have a problem. If you want monogamy
even
and you're a
know what
man,
he said,
good for
though.
you. In fact, there's studies that show you're probably going to be happier and live longer if you're monogamous. But you're not fucking better than me if I don't want to be monogamous. That doesn't make you a better person
that
than me.
end was kind of like
That doesn't
common
make
shit.
you better. No, listen, if you guys, if you're a man out there, you watch this, you find a single mom and she makes you happy, whatever. I'm not here to judge you. Go do it. That's fine. But don't tell me, Chris G.Q. Perry, that you're better than me because I don't want to date a single mom. That doesn't make you better than me. And that's what I'm sick of this. It's like women acting like, if a man wants to see multiple women, he's bad. And you want to know what? Most men can't even see one woman because they're being ignored because they work at Chick-fil-A and nobody even notices them.
But
And you're
I
sitting
want
there
my
talking about-
spicy deluxe.
Chick-fil-A is the bomb. And they end up with my pleasure.
Yeah, but
They go,
it's
my
just
pleasure.
like the way that women were just jumping on this. Like there's any possibility 50 Cent would have said that. It is so indicative of the
Have you
delusion.
seen his
Okay,
baby mama?
honestly,
He
you're
never
hurting my
said it.
feelings right now.
They would never say it.
You
His
wanna be there. I
residency
wanted
starts in
to- I want
Vegas
to
in
believe.
February.
So bad.
I want to believe.
Anybody else had an internal reaction when you
No,
saw
but I
that?
have a question to ask you.
I heard
What'd
chat
you think?
GPT AI. That's all I
Same.
heard.
AI.
I just
right
felt
away.
like it was so funny. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, I see it all, like, I was raised by a single dad. So I know that my mindset might be a little different. I know it is. It not might be. It is very different from the women that I surround myself with. But it's just like, I'm like, come on, let's be realistic. Let's just, I have one brain cell that's barely working. The other one is having an epileptic attack. And that one is having an epileptic attack. It's giving me a signal. So if that one can get it, I'm no mathematician, but the math is math in there.
I just agree with the topic of like insecurities. Like personally, I'm very secure with myself. I don't need 5 guys chasing me, and I'm so busy. I don't have the time to talk to 5 guys.
Agreed.
And it's like my thing is I agree kind of with that insecurity because I'm like, if I needed 5 guys, I would feel like I'm insecure. But
not
for
the
me,
burger.
Can I say something that's going to come off as misogynistic? I think you would be insecure as a woman if you need 5 guys. I don't think you're insecure as a man if you do. I don't, and that's just me. I'm sorry to be the one to say this, but there's tons of studies, there's thousands of studies that show that women in general care way less about a man's body count than the other way around. There's a 37 culture study done by Dr.
We don't want to
David
know
Russell.
the body count.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we do, and the reason why is because of 3 million years of paternity certainty. You know the baby's yours. We don't know the baby's ours. We do now after 1980 once we started doing DNA testing.
That's how I found my brother.
Yeah.
Mari.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Guys, if you want to say it's a double standard, guys, that's amazing through like 23andMe.
Ancestry.
That's incredible.
That's wild. That's wild.
My dad did it, and my dad is like a super nerdy person. He's actually going back to college for like neuro whatever. Who knows? Nobody knows. Whatever.
Said
Who
nerdy
knows?
whatever
Okay.
to the 10th degree.
It's like his fifth diploma. We got it. You're the golden child. Anyway, so it's like, how do you guys know this is true? This could be a pothead just sitting on a computer and be like, you're gonna be 30% Asian and now 20% this. You're cilantro. You are
Not
parsley,
cilantro.
Parsley and I'm like, why are you guys believing
Okay,
that
but
this
wait,
is your
no,
actual
okay, the
thing?
owner of Telegram, okay, so this is the thing. The owner of Telegram is creating a seed bank of his children that have to go and find themselves all over the world. He is selling his sperm to women so his children can find themselves later. He has over 100 kids right now.
Did you see that guy that like
the owner of Telegram.
He impregnated a bunch of women
That's what he wants
as a
them to
doctor.
do.
Yeah, fertility clinic. Yeah.
That he did
Isn't
it
there
without
a
now
movie?
all of his children are doing that without them wanting
Wasn't
to.
there a bank that like had an accident happen and they gave like some guys like sperm to like it was a doctor. It was a doctor.
Yeah,
and he
it's
used to-
1,000 kids or something like that.
Yeah, the whole 1,000 kid thing.
It's,
And then,
it's,
like,
a,
people were
it's,
married
a,
at
it's a
one point at some
documentary
point.
on Netflix. I think it's called 1,000 Kids or something.
The doctor is from Indianapolis, and I'm almost ashamed to say
Guys,
that, but
anyway,
it's real.
I love you guys. I remember one time there was a guy I really didn't like. I had to grab my boobs. Guys, hey guys, make sure it's not October.
It's 55 degrees outside.
It's not October, but let's all check. And let's check. Let's check for lumps.
And that's the clip.
Okay, cool. There we go.
That's our clip. That's our clip.
Hetero.
All right, let's check for lumps. All right, now there was I forgot what I was going to say. I don't remember anymore. Anyway, let's go to the next clip.
Or tit. Which one was it?
Huh?
Next. Never mind. I'll be quiet.
It's funny how like everybody wants that to be true. Let's
I remember that's exactly what I was going to
Yeah.
say. There was this guy who I was in a legal kerfuffle with. He was accused of
Kerfuffle.
He was accused of graping 9 women, and every fiber of my body wanted it to be true. But I stopped myself and I said, "Let me wait till the evidence comes out." There was no evidence to support it, even though I wanted it to be true. It's the same situation here. What ladies are like, men look up to 50 Cent, and 50 Cent wants monogamy. That's good. That makes me feel good about it. No, it's normal for women to want monogamy because then you have one awesome dude who helps protect you and your child, and it's normal for men to not want monogamy because it allows them to spread their seed. This is how gorillas work. You can watch them.
Stop it. Is that really what we are as mammals? Is that why?
thumb.
Right. Is that really why us
gorillas.
women seek this monogamy and then you guys do that?
Yes.
It's literally that.
Well, I was talking about the ape. I was going from ape to human. We got a thumb. They don't. That was
Yeah, it is.
By the way, just so we can piss off a few more people in the audience, humans did not come from monkeys. Humans and monkeys have a common ancestor 6 million years ago. That's the truth. Ready? Okay,
That's
go
it.
ahead.
All right. So you guys I asked you before the show. You guys already know who Lily Phillips is, correct? Okay. Lily Phillips is a girl who I guess she's a OnlyFans creator. Who
OnlyFans.
I think she's she's OnlyFans. She's now known. It's spreading all over Twitter right now. She banged 100 guys in 24 hours. So I'm just going to give this to you.
Yeah.
Lord.
Women power.
Okay, but I have one question.
Hey, women power. Women power. Yes. You get to write the condoms off as an expression. Start from the beginning. Everybody be quiet. Start from the beginning.
There we go.
I think sometimes like feeling so like robotic. Like I think like the 30th, you know, like when we're getting on a bit, I've got like a routine of like how we're gonna do this, and like it just sometimes you'd like disassociate and be like, you know, like it's not like normal things at all. In my head right now, I can think of like 5, 6 guys, 10 guys that I remember, and that's it. But it's just, I don't know, it's just weird, isn't it? Like, if I didn't have the videos, I wouldn't have known I've done 100, you know? But yeah.
She needs therapy.
I think that was kind of the hard part, is like conversing with them.
That was
and like when they'd kind of be like, oh, like we've only had 2 minutes or 3 minutes and you said 5 on the message.
Did someone say that to you?
Yeah. And obviously it just makes me feel so bad.
Do you think you should feel bad about that?
Why?
I guess when you've promised something to people who support you, it's kind of hard to let them down.
But it's up to you, right? Like when you know.
Yeah.
Have you even processed, do you think, what's happened?
Not yet. God, I won't forget this day, Jesus.
When I decided to start making this documentary, I wasn't too sure of what to expect. I certainly didn't expect to see Lily so upset at the end of it all.
I'm gonna stick to breeding Frenchies.
Wasn't this her idea?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So now she's crying.
I don't feel
about
sorry
it?
for her.
She's talking about doing more actually now.
And then looking like that, like that sad.
Tori, what do you think?
Yes, you can drop all the bombs you need.
I think she has low self-esteem.
I know you got some shit to say.
I know she has low self-esteem, and also sex is, to me, an exchange of energy. So it's inevitable that you will be feeling.
She's like Pac-Man who ate a bunch of them pellets. She's got a whole bunch of energy.
I mean,
she's like the size of the whole screen on Super Mario Brothers
be
now.
real, how
She ate a
easy is
mushroom. She got a lot of energy now.
How easy is it for women to like go and seek and get sex, right? Like
Nothing is
right?
easier.
Okay.
Nothing is easier than
But
women getting
we
sex.
can literally
Nothing
walk
is
out.
easier.
Yeah, after a while, it does take a toll on your self-esteem, I'm sure.
For sure.
Yeah, and it's on the internet forever. So
Molly?
I just have one question. Does
Monroe.
anyone know the amount she made for that? Because Sophie Rain ain't even doing that.
Not enough.
She made $43 million.
Can
So
somebody
it's like,
perplex me?
where's the balance?
How much money
Like,
did
what
she
was the
make?
purpose?
Not enough for therapy. I can tell you that.
You know what
'cause
I'm
look at
saying?
her.
It's
She
like
made enough for the drugs for the.
I said,
STD.
what did she make?
Ceasefire. Quiet. What's her name
Her
again?
name is Lily Phillips.
Lily Phillips. How much did Lily Phillips make?
Yeah.
Phillips. That's hilarious. Lily Phillips. How much did Lily
I
Phillips
didn't
make
even think
for
that.
having sex with 100 dudes?
And how many diseases
Molly, what did you want
did
to
she
say?
catch?
Oh, I mean, I have a lot of things
Go ahead.
to
Wait.
say.
Were they all tested?
Let Summer go.
Summer, go.
She had something to say. You were
for it,
going
go.
to say something about this?
I forgot.
Oh, okay. I just want to give you a
I
shot.
say I do wonder how much she made
Oh.
because
In the past month, she's made $10 million.
That's it.
It's not
After
enough.
fucking 100
Sophie
viewers in
Rain
one day,
still beat her.
They each had a 3 to 5 minute window.
Sophie
I'm sorry,
Rain
no,
still
that
beat
is
her. So
not enough
at
money.
that point, it's like your math ain't mathing
Your
because
math ain't
the
mathing. I'm
STD
with
count she got.
She's
This
trying to
is
kill a
still
boy.
publicity stuff.
Hold on, Tyler said I'd fuck 100 dudes for $10 million.
well, that's not good.
I'd fuck 100 dudes for $10 million.
question.
Bad baby, all these girls.
All right. Cross out.
Astrid, go.
I have a question
Everybody
for the content creators.
please be quiet.
So when you do this, like, you know, content that you record, is there a screening before? Like, do you guys ask? Yeah, do they get
They're
tested?
tested, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe she doesn't have a
I
city.
got
She
tested
doesn't have
yesterday.
Do you go to talent
Congratulations,
testing?
go you,
That
baby.
place is
I know,
scary.
that's why I'm so hungover today.
They gotta
I'm telling
stop.
you, I got blood drawn from myself yesterday, and I drank, and that's why I'm hungover.
Those are the
Yeah,
photos
that's a
in there. They're
bad
creepy.
idea.
I wrote them
get
like, you don't need
tested.
so many posters.
But I
in
think-
there.
No,
But
they'll
I'm
correct
sorry,
me.
what if you have something that's dormant?
Oh,
Right,
go
correct
ahead.
me if I'm wrong, but like anybody at the table, but when you get tested like that, the results last for like 30 days.
No,
or 28
2
days.
weeks.
Okay, let's say 2 weeks.
Okay,
fine.
so-
But you fuck, I can say fuck, right? We're good.
Yes.
You can fuck a dude that's been tested and you're good. Then you go out on the strip and you meet this guy and this girl and you fuck around and your results are still clear.
Well,
And
and
then
that's
you
a
do
risk,
this.
and that does happen. That is a risk, but at the same time, it's like how many people go out and have one night stands with people they meet at the bar in the parking lot? You know what I'm saying?
I know content
and it's like,
creators
how
that
much do you know?
I don't go out.
At least, how How many civilians in this, even just in this city, have gotten tested even once in their fucking life?
Go ahead.
I get tested at least once, 2-3 times a month. So it's like I'm constantly on top of it. But there are guys out there, or girls out there that have never been tested.
Go.
I'm sorry.
My thing is also, like, I actually, like, did research on this. They actually do not do a full screening, even when you do full panel.
Boom.
And, like, she
They
said,
have one thing
and,
that
like,
they don't
and,
test
like,
for.
she
They only
said,
has it anyways.
and, like, she said, like, it could be dormant. And it's, I think that's so messed up. So even if you go get tested, and also, it actually takes up to, like, 10 days for it to, like, actually show up. So even if you got the STD, like, 6 days ago, you go get tested 6 days later, it may or may not still show up. And on top of it, those tests are clear for 2 weeks.
Right.
It's so easy to spread, and it's still not.
But it's
clean.
like why is that? It's like I find that such an odd thing. It's like every 2 weeks things to be spread. It's like no one's. There's so many people that haven't been tested.
I think, from what I understand, is if you're filming actual porn in California, it's even though it says 2 weeks for them, they need like 72 hours or 24 hours. I believe. For filming,
But even for it to show up,
only for COVID.
Not worth it.
it was only during COVID. Oh, that's right, during COVID. So you used to get COVID. Okay, my bad.
Let's say 6 feet apart. 6 feet, and you couldn't.
Say 6 feet apart and have sex.
Smoke signals.
Anybody else have something? You said you had a lot to say.
No,
here.
I mean, of course I have a lot to say. This is
go.
ridiculous. Like,
Thank you.
yeah,
I
she made
feel
a
like
lot of
that's-
money. Congratulations. But I don't feel sorry for her. This is her decision. Like,
no.
I just
But money
can't.
is not the root of all things
Because
in life.
money
because
goes.
now she's fucked up. For every $10 million she's got, she's fucked up in the head. She's not even gonna be able to have kids. Like, she's not gonna. Her womb is fucked up as a woman. All those men she took in, it's fucked up.
It's just
It's
a laundry
fucked
list
up.
of things. But like, it just makes me angry. Like,
Now I want to ask this. So is it the fact that she had sex with 100
my question
with
also.
100 guys in 24 hours versus say someone like Annie Knight or Bonnie Blue? Now, Annie Knight, she's the chick that's in Australia, and I think her count for this year is 615 or something like that, but not all at once, like just for the whole year.
Right.
Now she has at least 6 times the number that
Same shit,
that Leah
different
had.
bitch.
So, but she doesn't seem out of whack as a result of this. Is it because it was
No,
all
because
at
how many
once?
people
I know the answer to this.
How many girls have you
No,
had
the answer to this is it's
her job.
antisocial personality disorder. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Like,
They can disassociate.
yeah, no, I'm saying she's a psychopath. Like, it's kind of obvious.
And
I don't see any question.
publicity stunt.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
she
I'm saying.
did it.
I'm sure she's a nice person, but like, this is how you manifest. Like, in order for you to have, she has no empathy. Like, she's a psychopath. In order for you to dissociate at that point, then she's a psychopath.
That point, and that's why I think what makes it different. That let's say you had
Sorry, Annie, I'm not a doctor. Don't sue me, but I do think you're a psychopath. Like, I just don't see how.
She got mad that she didn't fulfill 5 minutes. I'm like,
further her fame.
you took 100 dudes.
She doesn't even remember,
problem is,
though. That's the part.
hold on.
She's like, I remember.
I got news for you.
value.
Here's the issue. The guys having sex with her, at least a third to a half of them, she's the hottest girl they've ever been with. That's you guys aren't thinking about that.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's the issue.
But it's still
She fucked a fat guy.
Hold on, listen. Whenever I
She
talk,
fucked fat men.
whenever I talk
guarantee.
whenever I talk to girls and they're like, oh yeah, I would do a gangbang scene or whatever. They're like, the guys don't show up. This is one of these things where it's like, often men don't show up for those things because we're heterosexual. It's like 2 balls, 4 walls, bro. I don't need another dick in the room.
Eiffel Tower.
Sorry. I'm not going Eiffel Tower.
Was that the Devil's Tower? I forgot.
The Devil's Threesome, bro.
My ad-libs are great. I'm ad-libbing all night. I swear to gosh, I'm the Super Bowl. I'd be great.
So,
Glad she made a lot
so the
of
next, the follow up to
Right,
this,
she
of
made
course.
money. Her therapist is going to take all of it.
Yeah, she's British, so she got to keep 4 million out of the 10. She's British.
So she made 4 million?
Yes.
Yeah, Britain, and the
60%,
the highest income bracket in Australia and Britain is higher than here.
Yeah,
Here you might be able to get away with like maybe 39 to 45% of the tax rate. There it's over 50%. They're taking.
Because their write-offs work differently.
Yeah, could you imagine her expense report? Condom.
Here's my prediction for this whole thing. First of all, people are going to start feeling sorry for her, and she's going to convert.
no.
She's going to convert to Christianity, or there's going to be some sort of.
100%
She's going to
Christianity.
come back. She's going to come back to
do it again next year.
Christianity is like this.
She said, did you hear that she said something about Jesus.
Yeah,
like
she's already going to come back to.
realizing-
That's the other thing. So,
Or she has
well, because
the
that's
covenant-
because
You
that's
said
part of
the
the
devil,
grift
he's
right now.
he
The
was
part of the
here.
grift is this: is like you go and do something like this, you get a bunch of people and get a consensus behind it, and people start like feeling sorry for you, and then you join their tribe, whatever it is, and everybody goes, "Oh, see, we were right all along."
So, Michael, do you want to take her on a
And
date?
so they're basically front loading this narrative at this
On a date,
point
I don't
right
think I
now
want
with
to
this
take her on a
chick.
date. I would
What I was going
pay
to
to
say
have
is
her on
this:
my
is
show,
that the last thing I want to say is
100%.
what's going to. Here's the next part of this, and it will probably happen probably next week or this week. They're going to start blaming all the guys.
Yeah.
Oh, there was 100 guys. If they hadn't shown up, she wouldn't have done this, and
She
it's
would be
all
crying.
those men's fault for actually doing this.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Why can't
That's
men
not
be more
fair at all.
picky and stop this thing? Why couldn't these men have saved her from her own agency to be able to do this?
Because she's also really pretty.
She is.
She's stunning.
I forgot that she
Eh.
Like she's pretty.
She's like Michael Jordan's jump shot. She's kind of mid.
For
I'm
a
sorry.
For a British girl, I didn't see the teeth.
kinda
She was
mid.
pretty.
Yeah.
But she made $4 million, so she can get some.
She can go get some nice
Yeah,
videos.
she can do what she wants.
Once she
I
leaves
dated a
Britain, she
British
can.
man.
All right, let's keep going. You got another video?
Which
We're
one? You
so
any
far
of them will
behind.
do? Let's do.
The one's in order.
Which
the way
one
I
do you
did it.
like?
Hold on.
Tell me which. I named them after your thing.
The top spender. Let's do
Okay,
it.
here we go.
Go to the next one. Do whatever you want. Ready, guys? Take a look at this one. This one's great.
Than a man who
Let's
is
start over from the beginning.
painfully clear.
Can we turn that audio up?
There is
Here we go.
nothing more attractive than a man who is painfully clear about how bad he is. Painfully clear, like it should hurt your soul that no other man has made you feel that wanted before. Painfully clear and nothing less. If he's even slightly unsure, as my French school said, à la poubelle. Goodbye. Trash.
Yes.
Yeah, your
Agreed.
face says it all. Ladies, what do you think about this?
I liked this
I've
video
been there.
today.
I've done that. Like I've had a guy treat me like that. Oh my god, I was ready to marry him. Like 2 weeks later.
It's called love
It's crazy.
bombing
It's called love bombing. Okay, cool. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. What do you think?
or gaslighting.
For the first time,
I just
want
want to know how many times he copied and pasted that text message. You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
what is it? Because I seen it. I actually saw a reel or TikTok, whatever you want to call it, where it's like depends. If you like the guy, and he's painfully clear, then you're all up for it, and you're telling your friends, "Yeah, it's awesome. Oh my God, he made this first movie. Now he wants me to meet his family." But when you don't like him, you're like, "Oh my God, I can't believe he's making me want to meet his family." So it's like, okay, so it's painfully clear for them, but now it really depends on what your taste is and what position you're in. So. Is it? Or is it a simp and now it's a turn off?
How many girls are you making it painfully clear to at the
No,
same
you're
time?
both you're arguing the same point. What do you think? Hold on. What do you think about this?
No. I want to hear your thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah, I do too.
Guys,
I do
This
too.
is so blatantly obvious that women all the time go after men who do not show, who are not clear with them.
I know.
In fact, most of the time,
Why
that's
do
who
we
they
do that?
find attractive. And the other part is, if a guy who is homeless makes it painfully clear
Oh,
that
they
he's
fuck
into
you
you,
so good.
that'd be an incredible porno.
Oh, I'm actually going to note that.
Listen. Tristan, we need to get you to get in a trash bag real quick. We need you to get you in a trash bag.
Do it in the
She wants to-
winter time with all the
it's fine.
blankets
It's
and
for
stuff.
Yeah. It's with Tristan, but it's for content, so it's okay because it's for content, right?
Yeah, my situation should won't mind.
Yeah, you were saying because it's for content. All right, listen. Ladies, it is so blatantly obvious that like women go after guys who don't make it clear, and if a guy is not attractive to you, you don't give a fuck how much intent he shows. This is utter and complete cope by these women who are getting screwed over
Not
by
quite.
Chad Thundercock, and then afterwards they're like, why doesn't he show more intent? It would be so. This is just cope. Women complain about things that affect them. The reason why they're complaining about men who don't show clear intent is because they're sleeping with men who don't show clear intent.
You're
It
hurting
is
my
so
feelings.
blatantly obvious. It's so ridiculous. Summer, what do you think?
I mean, I guess I do agree. I think, like, you also have to be clear about what you really want, too. And I think if you're, like...
I don't think any of that matters if you're not attracted to me. I don't think any of that matters. If you were not sexually attracted to me, it doesn't make any difference. And she didn't say that. She didn't say that.
I think that's not true.
Where we at?
Lay it on
Gaslighter
us.
love.
I think that's not true because actually, a woman can fall for a guy for the way he treats her because they can fall in love with the lifestyle. They can fall for him.
Yeah, but that's still
happen.
a lot. So you're telling me that the dude is paying his way into her affection.
No, but it doesn't necessarily have to be money. But it's also courting. It's
You still have to be attracted to him.
Yeah,
chivalry.
I think you do. I think there's 3 parts. I think it's mind, body, and soul. I think it's all of the above.
No, because people get fat in marriage. So is
and then they
lose.
But then they lose the attraction. They lose that connect.
Lost. They still love each other.
Doesn't mean that they're attracted to it. Even if you love somebody, you can.
I think what she's talking, what's going on in this woman's life who's had this video. She's an attractive woman, and she's dated guys, and then she's had trouble getting certain guys to be very clear with her. Because part of the reason why is because these guys, the more experience I get as a man dating women, the more upfront I am about my feelings quicker.
She's also meeting men at Bagatelle.
No, then they're trash women.
Then they're not trash women. They're just women, bro. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's so absurd. This idea is like on our first date, it's like, oh, you know what, Molly, I'm ready for kids.
Here we go.
Let's just have kids now. I'm ready to just settle down with you. If I was Molly, I'd be like, what is wrong with this fucking dude? He doesn't even know me, and he's trying to like give me his fucking credit card. What low value?
I'll take the card.
No, daddy.
Lifestyle. That's what it is. Lifestyle.
Ironically, you're proving my point. Ironically.
I just don't care to prove your point. I will prove your point all day long because it makes me happy.
It's not even that. It's like, for me personally, it's not even about looks. It's about how like he treats me. If he's nice to me, what kind of life can we have together? I don't care if he's the most good-looking guy in the room. Like, there's a Russian saying.
I give a fuck if my man is in the gym. I like a steak belly.
No, there's a Russian saying.
Like, I need a soul connection.
Go. Keep going.
Thank you. Finally. Okay. No, there's a Russian saying. A handsome guy in the family is a tragedy. Well,
Say it in Russian.
Yeah, it's a tragedy in the family. Because he's probably going to cheat. He's probably going to go out. I don't care for my man to be good looking. I have good genetics. I'm 5'10". He could be a goblin. My kids are still going to be hot as shit.
I got good genetics.
I love her confidence for one, and two, I agree.
But can you say it in Russian?
All right, so here's the thing. I agree with you, but you're still attracted to him. Even though it's not because of physical attractiveness, you're still attracted to him.
Yes, but I'm just saying.
She's leaving that part out. She's acting as if that girl, who's a very attractive woman,
could just have.
But the problem is women always leave this out. When women say, I want a man to buy me flowers. When women say, I want a man to be more vulnerable. When women say, I want a man to be nicer to me. What they mean is they want Brad Pitt to buy them flowers. They want Brad Pitt to be nicer to them. They want Brad Pitt to be more vulnerable.
I don't care for no Brad Pitt.
No, I want to know what's inside your brain. I want to open your mind. I want to know your thoughts. I want to know your
I'm going to crawl inside your brain.
I want to know your dark. You don't want Brad Pitt.
Hold on, slow your roll. Okay, so with this in mind, I want you guys, we played this last time, but I want you guys' opinions on this, especially yours, okay?
Mine?
Yes, here we go.
Can we get a round of applause if you want to hear it in Russian?
Okay, here we go.
How attractive do you have to be for people not to care if you've done horrible things? This person created a dating profile and said, I have a criminal record for blanking a woman. But we all have a past. For reference, this is the photo the gentleman used, so model tier, high PSI. The original post alleges he got 800 matches in 48 hours. Now, I haven't used these apps in over 4 years, but obviously there's a limited amount of swipes people have. At least that's how I understand it. Here, they're even messaging him first. And to go a step further, I believe these gold hearts mean they super liked you. 13th of September, 2024, so literally this last week. Willing to make an exception for blue eyes, question mark? They match. Seems like a yes. Exceptions can be made. Good. I must admit, I don't shower. You must
Is
be
that
joking.
a girl?
I like my natural musk. I'm sure you will. You do look like you'd smell nice, so I'll take your word for it. I said a month ago that you can do anything if you're attractive. People will give you more forgiveness and more opportunities, and there are so many examples of this. If you're really beautiful, you can stink like shit, and you can commit crimes, and people don't care.
Luigi.
Okay, I have a story to this. I have a fucking story. I shit you not. I was down on Fremont. My friend, long story short, there's cops involved, whatever. I'm parked in the parking lot. I can't find my car because I'm maybe consumed that night. And I can't find my car. I lean over the parking garage, ask the cop. The cop comes up into the parking garage to help me find my car. And I'm sitting in the front seat of a cop's car while he helps me find my car while I'm drunk as shit while he lets me drive home drunk. And I'm like, is that pretty girl privilege?
Because he watched your movie pass.
No, he rolls up in the parking garage and he opens the back seat and I'm like, come on, let me go in the front seat. No one's gonna know. So So I'm in the front seat of a cop car when I should be in the back going
Hey,
to jail.
Motley, real quick. You get pulled over for a ticket. Can you describe, how do you speak to the officer?
Oh, fuck.
Well, there's two situations that I've been in when this has actually happened.
Yeah.
Once when I was a nurse and I pulled out my stethoscope.
Yeah.
Put my name tag back on. I'm like, I just got off work, worked like a charm. Second, pull those girls down. I've gotten out of every ticket
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
That's incredible. You're telling me that men just
This is absolutely true.
Thank
It's
you.
absolutely true. If you're beautiful, you can get away with it.
Dude,
You said it too.
ladies, do you have any excuse like he got 800 matches after
Well,
saying he
that speaks to that lower 1/3, maybe a little bit of that 2/3 of women who don't get any men.
They might just be looking at the picture.
No way. We're females. We read that shit.
Okay, so this is what the dude looks like right here. That's the dude on the bottom.
Well,
If you knew this guy was a convicted criminal, would you still want to get with him?
No. I can save him.
You can save him.
Thank you, girl. I can change
All
it.
right.
But
Ashley can
Daddy,
save
I
him.
love him.
No.
But Daddy, I love him. Stop.
Hey, anybody want more drinks? Tell Tristan.
So maybe it is something to do with the attractiveness of the dude. Yes?
For graping.
Absolutely not.
It was not him.
For
huh?
graping.
Did we get catfish?
So do you like it rough? That's the question.
And
Okay,
he
well,
doesn't
then you can take it.
he doesn't shower.
And he's
I am not going anywhere near there. If you are if you are, you're not supposed to be
Hold on,
fighting.
time out. Go ahead.
I have a question.
Let her talk real quick, please.
All right, I actually do criminal checks on every single guy I go on a first date with.
I do too.
I have people for that.
Same.
I do criminal background checks. I don't give a shit how hot you are. Trust me, I've dated hotter, and I don't need you.
Bomb.
And especially if you don't have a job, I need to know you have a credible job. I need to know your criminal
What's your
history
credit
is
score?
It's clear. It's over 800. And
Bomb. Same.
Well, I'm trying to be an accountant. I mean, I better have all my shit checked. I've had my Roth IRA since I was 18. Like my retirement set up.
Let's
Anywho,
go, Natalie.
It's like I know I have all my ducks in a row, and if he has any criminal past, I do not care how.
Oh my
good
god,
your
a
abs
felony!
are.
If you got a court date,
Adios.
baby. Ooh.
Cheers to
Can,
you.
can I add something to
But
that?
can't she say something?
Here's the thing. That's amazing, but you're pretty. And that is another thing. Like you have that's what I was trying to tell you earlier. You have the amazing pretty privilege. So you have that you are
I will
able
say,
to
yeah.
choose. So you are able to be this demanding, me like I don't care, I don't need you because you are pretty.
And she can back up her shit though.
What you're saying, no, I'm saying that as well. But there's like
She can drop an Amex on a dude at dinner. I've seen it.
Yeah,
I would be so sad if a girl dropped an Amex on me at dinner. I'd be like, well, apparently you really don't like me.
Shrivel up.
I would be so upset. No,
Your dick would shrivel up. Would you really?
Would you really?
What are you talking about?
If the date's not going well, you may as well.
I want to pay. I want to pay if I'm going to date.
No games.
I don't care.
She's like no games over there. Oh my god, I love her.
Okay, real quick. I want to hear from Summer and Emily. What do you guys think?
Shadow a date.
I think men should always pay on
Okay,
it.
time out, guys. Ceasefire. You guys are talking. Everyone can hear you. Go ahead, Emily, real quick.
Well, I mean, I would definitely not get with someone like that because, they could do that stuff to me and there's plenty of fish in the sea. But I'll only be with someone if I know them, like from somewhere, be a friend. Like, I'm never just going to meet someone online and link up, ever. Like, I don't play that. Especially in Vegas. What? They're going to kidnap me.
I agree with what everybody has said, honestly. Pretty privilege is very real for both sexes. But also, I'm like her, too. Like, I don't even use dating apps. I never did. Like, I just don't like
Wow, attractive young women don't use dating apps.
I don't use dating apps.
Off-brand market system on school.com, MOAmentoring.com.
What does that say about dating apps,
Off-brand
then? Yeah,
dating
what is
system.
it?
We just released a course last week. It's called Off-brand Dating System: How to Get Off of Dating Apps for Men, because attractive women really don't need dating apps.
Instagram is a dating app.
And that's what we teach you how to do. Is
If
use
you're a
Instagram.
good talker, I feel like you can pick up women. And the way your mouth moves and the way that you speak, I feel like
The grocery store.
Yeah.
That's where
The
you
running
meet your-
club.
The grocery store.
The grocery
Yoga
store,
class.
man.
Oh, don't you
When
say
I go to the grocery store, I hate life.
Are you buying organic? Okay.
I'm freezing in the grocery
Said the
store.
pineapple at 9
That's
a.m.
cold
is
shit in
crazy.
there. I'm not
I gotta wear a sweater in July.
I'm not gonna
I'm
lie.
going to the grocery store in a sweater.
All right, I got another one for you. Here we go.
Bring it.
This is the one you were.
Y'all, but we
wanted
didn't
at
talk
first.
about Luigi.
Type of bullshit is this? Only Friends star Sophia Rain just revealed who her top spender was. and he spent almost $5 million. His name is Charlie. He spent $84 in subscriptions, over $250,000 in messages, and $4.4 million in tips.
Daddy.
Charlie, whoever you are, bro, please answer me this question. What could you have possibly gained from almost spending $5 million? There is no way you're actually down this bad with this much amount of money. Are you serious right now? I need you to do a face reveal, bro. We have to find out who this guy is. And the crazy thing is, I know exactly what you look like. I don't even need to see a face reveal. Do you think she's gonna marry you or something? Do you think she's actually gonna give you a shot? Please inform me. What do you benefit from this?
Okay.
Wow. He can't get it up in real life.
Ladies, go ahead. What do you guys think? She made $43 million and four, almost five off one guy. What do you guys think?
That's not the only one who gave her almost $5, and the $5 didn't touch his pocket. It didn't bleed him. It didn't make her. So I'm sorry. Sophia Rain is like, I don't know if y'all have seen Sophia Rain.
I can't stand her.
He could be a guy in a wheelchair that can't walk, you know, that has a lot of money.
It didn't break her.
It's a guy making his fantasy. He's getting what he wants.
Him. It's both.
Can we get a chair if she wants to sit down?
Because girls in Vegas make that kind of money. Like, I know girls who had this guy. This one girl, she will remain nameless. She made like $750,000 from one guy in 1 month on OF. She never did. It was nothing for him. Right.
Yeah.
But it was something for her. Sophia, I don't know. Have y'all seen her?
Her body is stupid. Her body is
she's pretty. She's pretty attractive, and she's obviously lying to everyone, saying she's a virgin as well. And so that's why people are tripping about this.
I think it's the fact she looks like a kid, and like these men
Thank you for saying it.
Yeah, they're men. They're like,
Thank you,
he
God.
thinks eventually, maybe he has an idea like, oh, I'm gonna fuck her, maybe eventually. I don't know what he thinks, but I feel like spending that much money is like, oh, I'm getting this illusion.
I feel like he's getting what he's paying for. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people.
I'm gonna tell you guys, this guy is probably a member of the Saudi family. He just has so much money.
He has so much.
He's probably a member. He's probably like a grandchild of the
gambling.
of the leader of the Emirates or something like this.
It's an addiction too. It's like gambling.
Guy that's gonna be at one casino that has a big poker tournament this weekend. Like, it's nothing for certain men.
Exactly.
Certain men.
Yeah, the difference is that guy might win. This guy has no chance.
Not gonna win.
No.
Yes. Wait, we got to introduce our new guest.
Can you scoot up this far away
a little bit?
Now, can you do this? Can you two, Hailey? Can you two share that mic, and then you Terry share that mic? Yeah, agreed. It's probably a Dubai print, something to that effect.
It's a write-off for him.
No.
Awesome. You want to do another one, or do you have something else?
Yeah, well, Tucci Cash, she said she's mad because Sophie doesn't even have to show like a nipple or something, and she's like, I don't have any more holes to show, and I'm not making near the amount, and I just think it's because she looks like a baby.
Agreed.
So it's like, I mean, no, she has a banging body, but like still, yeah, I guess, because someone's like, oh, I'll take. They offered her like 6 figures or some company, Brazzers or something, to take her virginity or some shit. I don't think she's a virgin though.
She's not a fucking virgin.
She's not a virgin.
Are you kidding me? Like, absolutely not.
But
No,
also, like, this will dabble into.
I'd rather have a guy tell me he's monogamous.
But I mean, are we mad at her marketing scheme?
No.
I'm not mad at all.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, she just did it right. Because Bad Baby is another one. Bad Baby doesn't show anything.
No, but she made like a shit ton right from jump, and then Bad Baby.
Oh, what were you say?
I was just gonna say, with people with that kind of money, they get bored in their lives.
Yes,
They're never
they
gonna be
do.
monogamous. They're never gonna be satisfied with 2 girls, 3 girls, 4 girls, 2 dudes, whatever it is. They're gonna find someone that looks
3 girls is okay. I think 3 girls is enough.
Do we know that this guy's not like some crypto millionaire, like sitting in like a wheel? Is he in a wheelchair and he's like physically disabled or something?
There's a guy.
You guys would feel awfully bad if that was the case.
Charlie,
now, wouldn't you?
I'm saying you
Yeah,
too. I
yes.
think the guy's in a wheelchair and hasn't had sex in a decade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think hire a prostitute. At least you get something out of it.
And he's a
Right.
CMA, or no?
That's what I'm
is
saying.
it?
It's like it didn't break him.
What are you trying to be again?
It didn't break him. It's a tip. She doesn't have to claim it on her taxes. It's a tip.
All right, let me get these super chats right quick. Rational Redneck says, if he's faithful and celibate for 5 months, he's not worth dating.
Everybody quiet, please.
Yeah, if he's faithful and celibate for 5 months, he's not worth dating. And if he's sleeping with other women, he's a player. Am I the only one seeing this the catch-22 here.
Wait, say that again, because that went over my head.
Said if he's faithful and celibate for 5 months, he's not worth dating. And if he's sleeping with other women, he's a player. Am I the only one seeing this?
No,
catch-22?
Because if you're good at something, you want to do it all the time. So if you're celibate for 5 months, you're not
he's saying
good
it's a
at it.
no-win situation. Catch 22
No.
is a book written about World War II in 1961 by.
Okay, no, listen. She said she made a guy wait for 5 months. I made a guy wait for a year. I made him wait to fuck me for a year because I'm like, I already know your head game. I know you're gonna literally wine and dine me. It's nothing to take me out. It's nothing to spend money on me. But I know if I don't fuck you, you're gonna go fuck something else.
So did he?
So you're not going to fuck me.
So did he have sex with someone else while he waited a year?
Of course he did. It was a year.
Okay.
There it is.
But I understood that. I'm not disillusioned.
But you're
by
still the prize at the
shit.
end of the day.
Yeah, so he's like, I'm gonna keep going. That girl's literally gonna get a fucking happy meal and a happy dick at the end of the day, and I'm gonna get his time, his energy, his money, his everything, and a happy, clean one. So that's the thing.
All right, so ready for the punchline? Then you had sex with him. How was it?
Amazing.
It was amazing. And what happened after that?
Damn, he had me fucking dick whipped.
Okay.
Were you dick drunk at the end?
I was dick whipped.
Ooh, I love that drunk. That's my favorite.
House. I was cleaning. I was cooking.
Oh my
He
gosh.
moved me in. Yeah.
He was a stimulant. He was a stimmy.
He was a stimulus check. So at the end of the day, but I made him fall for me. It's like there's a point where you gotta realize your vagina is a vagina, and then you gotta know your head is bigger than your vagina to
And
the
the
man.
respect. It's the respect you
Because
get.
he wanted me. He wanted me.
He got the prize. It
And
was
as
you.
soon-
And that's how I see it with a lot of things. Is that
All right.
Cap.
Go.
Cap. You left this motherfucker not even 6 months after this.
No, I didn't. I was with him for 3 years.
Okay, all right.
The thing
All
is,
right,
that's
Cap.
what I want
Cap.
Before I was married.
A lot of things because I hang out with
I bought the
all kinds
dogs
of
with
people.
him.
But it's like a lot of women don't understand, at least when I explain the way I see things, is that, okay, yeah, there are women willing to sleep with them out there, and just like you guys have met them away, I met them away because it's my reputation on the line. Is I don't care what anybody says. At the end of the day, all men let's say all humans, we all have sexual needs. Yeah. Let's not say just men. Men just want to fuck.
Preach it, girl.
Women
Preach it. Come on.
Women
Bring it up
wanna
there.
fuck too.
Amen. Get it. Amen.
There's a reason why we walk around our houses with a vibrator in our panties. I don't want to hear it. We've all done it.
Nipple clip.
So it's like, you know what I mean? But then you're not going to come on here and say, okay, well, men are all trash, and make them wait, and then be like, oh, well, no.
I don't make him wait because he's trash. I make him wait because I know he's going to go and fuck something that means nothing. So if I want him to stay in my life, I'm going to have to make him mind fuck me while I mind fuck him.
But it doesn't matter. Because
trash?
if you fuck their soul out, you have their soul. Their body
No.
might be fucking other people, but I got their soul. You know what I'm saying?
No, you don't.
Mind,
body, and soul.
I do, though. But that's how I view it.
Anna,
Am I weird? Am I off?
Anna down here at the end of the table. What the fuck did I just walk into?
Welcome to our TED Talk.
But I'm saying, like, do you want if you want a guy, right? You want him. And you want to be his girl. Like my mom always says, when you look at a man, have the end goal of what you want with him. Not every guy you want to marry that you fuck. Some guys you just want to fuck. I get it. You know what I mean? Some guys you're like, oh, I want to date him for a little bit. Some guys you're like, oh, he's just like a little whatever. But if it's a guy you're like, I want to be his woman, you have to mind fuck him. No. It's not even about you fucking him on the first night and blowing his socks off. Whoop-de-fucking-do.
No,
it doesn't matter.
That probably actually work really well.
Get on that head. Dive in that head. Get in there. I want to.
No, just like don't make my life harder. Like that's kind of what it is.
That's what we're gonna do.
I might marry you
like,
actually if you just don't make my life harder.
You guys are all
not a
beautiful
headache.
women, right? You guys are all beautiful. You got pretty privilege. I am not gonna give the guy the satisfaction to say that he had sex with me, because every guy, as most women want to claim, they had sex with you, right? So if I allow you to have sex with me, and then now you're gonna be like, oh yes, I had sex with her. It doesn't matter when you want to decide what you want to get to, right? Because remember, you're the one who's saying, I want to be with him. I want to make me my partner.
And you don't fuck him until he gives you that.
No, okay, go.
My thing is also like on a first date, typically a guy's thought is also like, what do I need to say in order to get her in bed? The thing is you have to show him he has to respect you in a certain way, especially if you want like a decent relationship with him and you just don't want to be another body. So yeah, you do have to make him wait a little bit, and even if it means he goes and sleeps with someone else, and that's just it. Like,
because he's gonna do it regardless.
Here's the thing. So I think it's kind of a misconception. If I like you. Like my past relationships, over half of them we slept together on the first date. She didn't need to wait. What mattered is how I felt. Exactly. That's really what mattered, how I felt. And I didn't know I wanted to be in a relationship until after we had sex.
How do you know how you felt?
No. Guys, I'm telling you. In fact, I'm telling you, if you are to ask most guys who get into relationships how often they had sex with a girl on the first date, it's very, very often. It's especially if a guy's a high status dude, and that it doesn't. There's this misconception that women have that when you sleep with a guy on a first date, he's more likely to not take you seriously. He's not taking you seriously because he doesn't want
to take you seriously.
Yeah, because he doesn't take you seriously because he doesn't want to be in a relationship. It's not because you slept with him on the first date. There's just too many relationships I've had where I slept with a girl.
In our defense, that's y'all's point of view. For us, when we want the relationship, we want the companionship, and we know. Okay, I don't want to deal with this. I'm going to make him wait. I'm going to make him court me. I'm going to make him spend time. I'm going to make him make efforts. Guys don't make effort anymore. They don't have to.
Keyword you want. But who makes that relationship official?
But if a man stops putting effort in after I fuck him, you got me so fucked up. Like, no, absolutely the fuck not. The moment I give you my pussy, you better fucking...
Anna, tell us what to do here, Anna.
Absolutely.
Anna,
what should we do?
What should we do here?
Keep doing it. It's pretty interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Also, it's like, am I supposed to? Okay, for first date, what am I supposed to sleep with every guy who takes me on a date for potentially?
Exactly.
It's also me. Like, it's also my reputation. You think I'm letting any guy sleep with me?
No. Listen.
I agree with.
I expect most women that I go out. I expect most women that I go out with to not sleep with a guy on the first date. And I expect them to sleep with me on the first date. Because I'm not like other dudes. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be arrogant, but there's nothing wrong with if a woman sleeps with me on the first date, that doesn't make her a slut. That just means she has good taste. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not trying. I'm legitimately
she appreciates equality.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Okay, so if you go out with a girl and you have sex with her on the first date.
Yes.
Let's say you're not interested after that. What happens after that?
So I wasn't interested before either. It's like the sex didn't flip the switch on or off.
Meaningless sex. Wait a minute. Let's talk about
That's what I'm saying. So how are, as a female, like, how are we supposed to know, like, what's going to happen if we sleep with you and you're actually not interested? What's going to happen the next day? So that's the whole thing.
No, of course.
Not
and
sleeping.
because of that, you are correct because of the way you feel. But what she was trying to do is use a delay of sex to manipulate the way I feel, and that doesn't work. If it's you don't want to do it for whatever reason, religious reasons, or maybe you just got out of a rough relationship or whatever, you just don't see sex the same way. That is your belief, and internally you have every right to believe that. But trying to manipulate me to like you more by making me wait,
it's not manipulation. It's understanding you as a woman in today's day and age.
Saving your
we
body.
don't have the upper hand with men. We don't.
I think you have the upper hand with men.
No.
You have 90% of men.
I really do.
90% of men you have the upper hand.
Well, the type of men I date, there's a bad bitch at every corner,
Agreed.
at every
but
point.
The type of men you date represent 1% of men.
Exactly. I date that.
Exactly.
You ladies at this table. You ladies,
so I understand it.
You ladies at this table get enough attention from men on social media and dating apps. For you, what'd you say?
And women.
And women. You guys get it. You guys get enough. You get enough attention to where like you do have the upper hand. You do have most men. 99% of men have no game, are bad in bed, and are simps. So like
you don't start with it.
You don't. It's not because we have more grounds of wanting we crave loyalty. We crave to be loyal.
Right, and
men don't crave.
And that is a disadvantage.
Loyalty, me being loyal to someone makes me tingle. Now, granted, if I do what I do for a living, that whatever. But being loyal makes me tingle.
Go. Hold up. Go.
I think your answers depend on the kind of guy you go for, because I can get an easy guy any day, but those like 1%.
That's what I'm saying.
You have a different approach, and it really shows. For me, I know the type of girl you are by your response to certain questions, and same with vice versa with guys. I know who you go for by how you talk and what your answers are. And if you think like, oh, we do have the upper hand, you go for low quality guys who are gonna beg on their knees for you.
I don't want that
bitch.
Just
because 100%.
They can get laid.
I want them on a Saturday.
I think when you date with intent,
Tori,
I think when you date with intent, like I do, and like I feel like you guys do, it's like, you have to set that standard. You have to say, okay,
Sure.
yeah, you have to set the standard. You have to say, hey, I respect myself. I'm not easily accessible. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Period.
these high,
Well, that's fine.
that
And I understand that.
that 1% that we date, because we do date that 1%, right? It's
Yeah.
like they have options, like you say in your videos. It's like they have options, but when you are a woman that has dignity and not saying anyone that doesn't, but it's like when you hold yourself to that standard, they have no choice but to conform
Or move around.
or move along, because some of us don't want that. I don't want a man who's just entertaining whoever. Like,
Well, and let me ask you,
So for
let me ask you
that's
this.
correct.
Let me ask
but
you this.
It's not going to change my feeling about you if you make me wait. Go ahead.
Right. I was going to say, okay, Tori, when you were younger, did you go for guys who were like, you weren't dating with intent when you were younger?
no, I've always been like a relationship type of girl. I don't know. I think it's because of my family dynamic. I had divorced parents, but so I always wanted that. But I don't know. It just, I've always wanted to.
Because generally
have
what happens is when women get older, they start dating with intent. That's how it works.
I've always dated with intent.
When women are like in their like 20s, 23, 24, something
I've
like
been
that, then
engaged
it's like
3 times,
they
married
are
once.
not thinking about long-term
I
relationships,
got married
especially
at
now.
18.
When they get into their 30s, that's when they start thinking about long-term. And that's when like women who are like, let's say between the ages of 29 and 31, those are the women that are making a guys wait for sex because they want to do it the right way this time.
I have a question though, because there are women out there, just because I'm a little bit different, there are women that are serial like daters, right? I have a hard time because if I'm with him, I'm so ride or die that I'm ride or die. So like I'm so no, I am, because then I am.
Except for the fucking other guys on camera part.
But but if I'm ride or die for you, I won't. I'll fuck you on, but you're gonna fuck me on camera.
Okay, got it.
Well, see,
You know
here's
what I'm saying?
just as long as we have that
I can't
agreement.
be a serial dater.
She said, but I'm fucking you, but you're fucking me on
camera,
too.
exactly.
That's generally how it works.
But
when
the
people-
serial dating, no. But being a serial dater, though, I don't know. I'm so ride or die. It's like how I don't understand how people can give all when they're serial
Well, here-
daters
okay,
like that.
so-
You have to save. That's the part I keep sacred to me. If I give you me,
All right,
that's
Hailey, let me
sacred.
give you an answer to that. Hailey.
Okay, yeah, please.
Okay,
do, 'cause I'm
so
curious.
women will break rules for alphas. They will make
Future
more
and Russell,
rules.
alpha, beta.
They will make more rules for betas. They will make them jump through the hoops that the alpha would never have to jump through in the
Future
first
is an
place.
alpha. Russell
So-
is a beta.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for that.
Future
yes.
is an alpha.
So what I was
It's
going
the
to
pretty girl
exactly. So
privilege.
what was it? Celine? Was that her name?
Ciara.
She had an
Ciara
alpha and a
is.
beta baby daddy.
Ciara, that's why Ciara gives it up to Future at a moment's notice
And they
and makes
pray
Russell
after.
Wilson wait for it.
Way to circle back that around.
All right, so what I'm saying is like if you're that guy, if you're the alpha guy, it's like that guy's not going to wait because he doesn't have to wait.
Well,
He has other guys. Russell Wilson and the guys who have to wait. Those are the guys who are they are guys who don't fuck basically.
Again, one more time. Sierra knew she had to have sex with Future quickly because if she didn't,
Future got
she
to
would
use
not.
out.
She
Ain't
would not.
nothing to
She would
cut
not
that
wait.
bitch
And now
out.
Russell Wilson is
hold on.
paying for his baby.
One more time. Sierra knew she had to have sex with Future quickly because that was her opportunity to have sex with Future. Sierra also knew that she could make Russell Wilson wait because of how Russell Wilson is. That's the difference as a man. It's like women can tell I can make this guy wait and I might not be able to make this other guy wait. Go ahead, Tori.
I think it's more so. I don't know like the specifics on her relationship with Future, but I know that it wasn't good. I know. I've heard. I just saw that like, maybe he cheated on her a lot. So I think that maybe she went into this other marriage, going into another marriage. She wants to take it a little bit more seriously. She's probably saying, "Hey, the
And
same
she's a
thing,
wife.
the same same patterns
Wife's
and stuff. I'm going to
different.
hold myself and keep these standards, so I don't
Agreed.
replicate.
But I
the same.
also don't think it would have happened had she not had the previous relationship
Right.
with having a baby with the literal greatest philanderer
Yes.
in the history of rap music.
Was it Paycheck?
Future.
Like
Paycheck?
Future.
It ain't nothing to
Ciara probably
cut
makes more than
that
Future.
baby.
Ciara.
Maybe,
Are you
but
kidding me? She's like,
Yeah, Ciara's pretty.
maybe, but it's
even like
a solid fallback plan.
Yeah, no, agreed. But, I mean, Russell Wilson.
Well, anchor
Russell
baby.
Wilson gets 50 a year, so like, she's good. Real quick, you had something you wanted to say. No, you did. Oh, sorry. Oh.
No, I was just saying,
My
maybe it was
question
like
was
an
Can
anchor,
you let her talk
like an
real
anchor
quick?
baby.
Okay, got it.
Anchor baby, little solid paycheck.
Anchor baby.
But I have a question. Who wants to have a committed life partner at the table as women.
I would like that. I would like that as a man.
I would, but like I said, I can't. I need to have other female. I have to have other people and energy.
That's fine.
No,
that's fine. That's something you work out with your man.
Contingencies. I said, who wants a life partner?
Oh, I'm
I'm disappointed in you.
Okay, so then.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, but then in your life partner is life. So at some point, sex stops mattering.
Because no, a life partner, you're supposed to make life easier on each other.
Yes, it does.
You're not
It
supposed
does
to make
not
life
stop
harder on each
mattering.
other with a life partner. It's not about sex.
It's not about sex. It
life
doesn't
partners
matter.
to make things easier. Someone to bounce things off of and like go through.
Very much
you know?
about sex.
And then having
all
sex
about
as,
sex.
as the finale after you have these conversations.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Listen. Hear me out. I'm just saying. Life partner is about sex, okay? Men feel on their ego. Men feel on their... just as women, we want to feel wanted. We want to feel desire. It's something as a human being. I want a life partner, but I'm also... Like, I thought that what I wanted is what everyone wanted. I want a partner for life. I am like the main girl, wife, whatever you wanted to call it, whatever. But I also want him to have somebody else. Because there's times I want to eat chips off my titties and watching a freaking Netflix show.
I want to watch my show.
You know what I
You go
mean?
fuck her while
Like, I just want to lay in bed and be like... And then for him to be like, hey, girl... I'm tapping out. You're tapping in. You take care of him right now. I don't want another man. I don't need
guys,
another
put
man.
a one in the chat if you want to eat chips off Astrid's titties.
But that's
one in the
not
chat for me if you guys
about
want to do that.
That's about
No,
you being tired of it.
No. I'm
not
saying
sharing my man. Not about sex.
I'm saying my man. I know my man is going to need sex, and
But
in
it's
that
not
time.
about you. You're thinking about him. When you're
But
in
that's a partnership. You're
life,
thinking about the other person.
But you're not thinking about yourself.
I am. I'm thinking about what makes me happy.
Hell
Since
yeah,
I don't
'cause
want to
I
have sex, and he wants to have sex, I'm not willing to
I
do
wanna
it.
watch Love
Hey,
Island
so
USA.
sister, tap in. I'm tapping out. It's your turn. I'm watching Netflix.
But then why is
Shout
that?
out to Islam. Shout out
to Sister Wives.
So then why is it?
Welcome, Utah.
Yes.
So, but then why is it?
Shout out to polygyny.
But then why is it a problem when you make the man fall in love with you and make him wait?
I never said it was a problem. I'm not making him wait for him. I'm making him wait because that's something that I want for me.
So that's back to you. So don't, in a partnership, I'm asking you to think only for you, not for him. When you're saying like, okay, I don't want to have sex anymore, and you don't care if he goes and have sex anymore, that
I want
doesn't
him to be
matter.
happy. Part of me, the personality that I have, is that, listen, if I come into a relationship with you, babe, stress, I already have it.
I don't.
I already have it. All of these things. I get easily overwhelmed. So I'm like, okay, if we're going to join this, it's because we're bringing each other peace and we're bringing each other some kind of like...
There's that word again.
Awesome. You're great. I'm not able to give it right now. But guess what? Since I can't give that to you, and what it gives me right now, the state of mind,
Okay, so I
stability,
can
is
fuck
for you
my
to go
man
with somebody
every day
or girl.
but on my
Go.
period. So there's that, and I only have it for 2 days. So
And
that's
he
really
can't wait.
48
He
hours.
worth it.
So then, no, wait a
To
minute.
that.
No, so then wait a minute. I'm going to what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm talking about me right now, and I love sex. I love it. It's amazing. I love it.
As you should. I mean.
But I don't think my man, my husband, he does not just fixate on sex. He has stress. I don't. I have no stress in my life. I don't. I have no stress. I'm grateful for where I am in life, and I love that my husband.
So you want
has
him to live
provided.
under your mindset?
No, it's not under my mindset. My husband has stress because he's got real shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
My husband provides for me. Yeah. So when I'm like, I don't have the time to do what he even would need, do I go and say, oh, I have needs and I'm taken care of? In your mindset, you said he can go fuck someone else. But in my mindset, my husband doesn't even have time to even fuck me. So then what do I go? So then what do I do? Go and fuck someone else?
No, I'm not saying
No,
for
you get
me.
your vibrator out the fucking
Yeah, you get the
door.
vibrator for
But-
me. I don't need another man
So
because
then
that
why
for me
does
is
he
another
get the
person to
little-
talk
No,
to
but
and
with
like.
the stinging, that's the girl. Like, you get what I'm saying? So no, I don't think that. I'm saying when you have a life partner, it's not about sex.
And it
It's
shouldn't-
about
and it shouldn't
understanding
be.
the other person.
All right, hold on.
But here's the thing about marriage,
Hold
though,
on,
with
wait,
sex,
wait,
though.
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
This goes back to, again, who you date, because when you're dating the 1%, a lot of them, they don't have the time.
They don't.
And it's like, even if it is, it's so quick, but it's like, Honestly, but if you're dating a guy with a lot of time and he wants to go find a girl because you just don't feel like it, and that's his biggest entertainment because he's not stressed, he's not that busy.
He ain't got enough money on his plate.
Exactly. He doesn't have enough stress. He doesn't have enough shit. That's again, you're dating a loser, and and it's clearly not 1%.
Yeah.
I agree.
1%. If you're not dating a man who has a lot of women, you're a loser. He's a loser if he doesn't have a ton of money and women. He's a loser.
I mean, go chase money instead of chasing pussy. Because the problem, he's not able to provide for you, and you gotta go 50-50 on that, or you gotta work. Is because he can't provide for you because he's chasing bitches instead of chasing money.
To be stressed for that?
Figure out stress or not.
Go ahead, Tori. Tori, go.
It's not that he can't get girls. It's the fact that he just doesn't have the time for it. And if he's home and he feels like it, you're home. It's not. Again, if he has the time to chase girls, dude, he's a loser.
Go ahead. Go.
I mean, I think a man having one pussy for the rest of their life is pretty fucking ridiculous statement. There's instances, of course, I know people, like 1% or something, like how we're talking about it. But, like, after a certain time you're married for, let's say, 30, 40 years, like, they're going to want to incorporate someone else.
Let's just talk about how husbands stop knowing how to fuck when you get married.
Exactly.
Let's just
They're gonna
start
wanna-
there. Because
I'm wondering how all these dicks
because
is working past 38 so fucking freely.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's talk about
I'm sorry.
Please
I'm the oldest person
explain-
in this room,
explain
and let
it.
me explain to you, it works just fine. I don't know.
No,
what
it
it
doesn't.
is.
No, it doesn't. No, I'm married and
Stop,
divorced.
like, getting
I
ready
know
and
that.
I think I'm
putting
the
it
oldest
there
person in this building, and I'm telling you right now.
It doesn't.
Well, maybe
Women,
not.
I've seen a
Maybe
lot
not.
of it doesn't because you guys ruin what you guys do. Is
Your
if I'm not cooking
testosterone
dinner,
drops.
if I'm married and I'm cooking dinner, don't come and grope me. I'm in the middle of chopping onions, bitch. Like my eyes are fucking watering. You know what I mean? If you come up to me, but you know how to caress and like, you know what I'm saying? So like the sex within like a marriage is just dicey.
I have to disagree.
It's dicey.
Yeah.
If I'm making eggs,
Go ahead.
I'm making dinner.
Come
baby,
smack my ass.
There it is. Thank you.
I want that
Come
fucking
smack
passion.
my ass, do something, but don't grope me. Don't get your slobber on my saliva.
Was
I'm
that-
focused, bitch.
but
I got
that-
ADHD. I'm focused
I'm
on
a
this.
chef.
Have you married him?
What she's saying is when she has a knife, she's dangerous.
Hang on, wait a minute. Oh, shout out to Chef Tata on IG. Don't slide in my DM.
Okay.
though.
Listen, think
all
about it.
right.
Do another one?
Also women are like,
Unless
once they
you're
get married,
bending
they're
over
like,
on those onions.
they turn into Karens, and they're like, don't touch me, don't do this, don't do that. And I'm like, dude,
They
I don't
do.
want to have sex
They
with
do
that
know, but
either.
that's the woman that got married to get married. That's not the woman got married
Okay,
for
but
the
let me
man.
ask- let me ask
There's
you
a
this.
difference.
All right, hold on. Go finish, and then
Okay,
go.
let me ask you this. Let me ask one question though. Okay, let's say he gropes all over you while you're doing a task, but when you're sitting there laying on the couch watching a
Fucking
movie and he
grab my
don't even
tit.
touch you,
That's
it's
when
the
you
wrong
initiate.
time. Girl,
That's when you
It's
gotta
cat and
go.
It's not gonna be like that all the time.
You call your friend. You call your best friend over, and the two of you initiate. That's how it works.
that's an idea. I'm gonna stop her.
You call another girl over, and then
Everybody shut
initiate.
the fuck up.
Everybody be quiet.
Everybody shut the fuck up. Here we go. All right. Now listen to me. I'm the only married dude at this fucking table.
And I'm the only married. No, wait, there's another married woman.
I have been married for 28 years. I can tell you right now, you are wrong, you are right, and you're half right.
My marriage was just trash. And I was ready to divorce it.
What I'm just
Thank
saying,
God.
and then I was also going to say this: is sex is the most fucking important thing in marriage
It
because
very
it
is.
is what it is the glue that holds the fucking
It
marriage
is.
together.
Okay,
Because
but then it
hold
wasn't.
on, without that glue, what are you? You're roommates. That's
You're
what you are.
roommates, and
That's all you are. Like I'll tell you this right now. I love this man right here. I love my brother. I love my wife. I love my kids. I love my dogs. But I only fuck my wife.
Can I ask
That
you
is
one
the
more? Can I
difference
ask you
You guys hear
between.
that? You guys can stop all those rumors. You can stop all those rumors about me and
that is-
Rollo.
and
Stop
that
all
is-
those
that
rumors.
is
You hear
what-
it? Confirmed.
Yes,
Confirmed.
that is what
I dig
defines
Can I-
the relationship. Is I am fucking this person. Love is
Are
love,
you there
man.
for
but
your
I'm-
wife's emotional needs?
Absolutely.
There you
Every
go.
second
That's
of
what I
it.
say.
Right.
Men,
Every second of it. Yes.
gotta be there for
Still
her emotional
to
needs,
this
and you will
day.
fuck her
All right,
in the
we're
kitchen
getting out
while
of
she's
control.
putting on
Everybody
stuff.
chill out.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next video.
All right.
Everybody chill out.
Oh, you're gonna love this
One at a time, guys. Please talk one at a time.
I know.
We should have a buzzer.
No, you two are.
Yeah, we
jumping
should
over
have
each
a
other.
buzzer, yeah.
Chill out. Chill out.
You fed everybody
All right, you're gonna love this one. Here we go.
Man, are you okay? No, I'm dead. Are you okay? What is going on? Like, I've been seeing this firsthand. I've been kicking it with people like Cookie King and going to the E Squad house and like, dude, like, what is going on with y'all? Like, this is happening. Why is this happening to you guys? Like, what is going on? And the scary thing is, it appears to be getting worse. So I'm just genuinely asking you guys, what is going on? Are you okay? You can tell me, like, genuinely, what's happening? Is it the video games? What is it? Is it this app? What, bro? What's happening? Is it the woman? Is it their fault? What's happening?
No, it's half the men
Genuinely,
aren't dating.
tell me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so the thing is, half of men are dating.
Half of men
Females are too easy.
What statistic was that from? Dating.
I don't know.
half
That's
of-
what you.
So for those of you who don't know, men under 30, 63% of men under 30 are single. On dating apps, women get 16 times as many matches as men do. On Tinder, there are 9 times as many men as women. Yeah, there's 9 times as many men on women. So yeah, about half of men aren't dating. I would agree with that. What do you guys think about? See, because when you keep saying that men have the upper hand, you're just discounting so
I'm
many
talking
men.
about the men I
Agreed.
date.
Right, but that's the problem.
Again, back
Meaning they have
options.
All right, guys, stop interrupting each other, please. Let's go one at a time. Astrid.
As a girl with a dating app,
Which one?
Hinge. I tried Tinder, dude. It was the grossest thing ever. Within like 5 minutes, some guy says like, "You want to smash or not?" And I'm like, "I'm out. I'm out. I'm out." And
Shout out to all the Mode 1 guys who we had a debate with last week.
It's, I don't know. I mean, I will tell you. You know how you've seen those memes? It's like when you order something online, like expectation versus reality.
Yeah.
It's certainly like that.
Yeah.
I will tell you that.
That's what people say about me when they come to my podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I thought he was going to be funny, but whatever.
So it's something that it's concerning, but I have seen it because I also have like my guy friends. I created a profile for one of my guy friends.
There we go. Tell me about this.
And here's the thing. I have very bad memory.
Yeah.
I ended up matching with his baby mama.
Okay.
Oh my God.
That's pretty stupid.
You
yeah.
created the
Oh,
profile?
I did it. I'm not good with faces. And I have severe ADHD, so talk to my doctor, not me. And the matches that he would get, it was like, I'm like, I don't understand. Like, why does your app does that and mine doesn't do that? Like,
So we've gone over this before. So women match with about 10% of the people they try to match with. Men match with 6 out of every 1,000.
What?
Yes, that's about how it is for the average man.
Wow.
The men in the top 10% actually match with women. So the men in the top 10% will match with 10% of women, but the average man matches with 6 out of every 1,000 right swipes.
Like whenever I did a swipe, right, that I liked the guy,
Yeah.
and it was like automatically match.
Yeah.
But whenever I did a swipe with my guy friends,
Yeah, you're
like
not gonna
my
get
thing,
one.
it was like
You wanna-
1 in
you wanna-
10,
you wanna know
and I
the
was
absolute-
like, what's going on with yours? Like,
Guys,
is
the
this
absolute,
broken? Do you
the
need to
absolute
pay?
worst statistic when it comes to dating apps. Ready to know what it is? Guys, look this up. 68% of men report getting friend zoned from a dating app. 68% of
In
men
the app or
report going out with meeting a girl, matching. No, what I'm telling you guys is they match with a girl, they go out with them, and then they get friend zoned. I cannot think of anything worse. I would rather get spit in the face than go on a date with a girl and get friend zoned. Dating apps are trash
Some
for men.
guys are better as friends.
Oh my God.
All right, the next girl that goes on a date with him, friend zone him, please.
With my
Wait, I
friend's
got a
profile,
question.
I learned that there's a limit of swipes.
All right. Well, wait. Let's go around the horn. Have you ever friend zoned a guy?
Always.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever friend zoned a guy?
Today.
Friend zoned a guy. Friend zone. Okay. Tori, have you friend zoned a guy? Have you friend zoned a
Astro,
guy?
you said friend zoned a guy?
Have you? All you guys have friend. Okay, so
Have you
everybody.
friend zoned a girl?
I've even had sex with them and
I would
friend zoned them
never.
after.
Yes, all I do is friend zone girls.
That's all. They're all friends.
All of them are friends.
They're all friends.
You
totally
got
not
like
friends.
you got to work to go out with me. Like I'm not.
All right.
You're all getting friend zoned. Sorry.
Okay. Of those.
He's too much work. See, he'd be too much work for me.
Of those guys.
I just hit him with
Of
a
those
pound.
guys. Of those guys. Wait. Of those guys. How many of those guys that you friend zoned would have made like a good match for you later on?
Okay. I only friend zone if they're not a match, and I will tell them exactly why. And I'm like, look, I don't think we're a good match because of X, Y, and Z. And most of the time, they agree.
That's very Russian of you to be that direct. It's very Russian of you. Yeah.
Most people aren't like that, though.
Yeah.
Most girls are not like that.
I know.
Hey, it's not you, it's me.
Oh,
It's, I'm just not in a, pla-
Oh, no,
I'm just
I
not in
will,
a
like,
place
break
right
it
now where I
down.
want to be in a committed relationship right now. I just want to let you know it's not you.
And guys say that all the
that's right.
time.
I want you to feel good about yours. You're going to make someone very happy in the future. I just want you to know that. You're going to make someone very happy.
Thank you so much.
Too many.
Too many. Oh, we all have.
It's his script. What do you mean?
We can still have sex, but like you're going to make someone else very happy.
He's a chat GPT right there. Like, let me bring this to someone. Yeah. Oh, no. Like, I will literally be like, look, this view and this view, we don't match. And it's like, when it's such a big view, like, how are we going to go through life? How are we going to, like, decide on what our kids are going to do, blah, blah, blah. If we can't agree on this topic, we're going to argue, we're going to fight. That's a divorce. Why on earth would I get into this relationship? Why would I go in this deep? Why would I give you access to my body if this, I already know if this isn't going to work out, and I'm going to waste my time.
Agreed. It's important to have that set of non-negotiables, and yeah.
Look at me
qualities.
as a single mom with only one kid, thankfully. If there's one piece of advice you can take it from me, swallow.
Oh, amen.
Spit
Amen.
that shit.
There's a clip. There's a clip.
And we are canceled.
Hey, do you want to swallow that pill?
Is that red pill or blue pill at that point?
Yeah.
It's red at that point. It's
the white
red. It's not blue.
All right, Michael, I have a question for you.
Go ahead. Oh, she has a question.
I have a question for you.
right.
So,
Yes, that will come on your podcast.
in the future, when you find a woman that you want to settle down with,
Yes.
hypothetically, the women that you are friends with,
Yes.
do you think that
Guys, can you guys not interrupt her? Just 1 second, please.
Do you think that will be an issue?
It has been previously. It just depends on like how comfortable she is with them.
Mhm.
In previous relationships, because most of the girls I see are bisexual. If the girl hit on my girl, she seemed to have no problem with her or whatever. But if the girl didn't hit on my girl or like validate her, then it was like, I don't really like us hanging out with that bitch.
She
like,
wants
that's
to be
generally how it
girlfriend.
was.
That's a great
That's how it
point.
is. So it really is. If you kissed her ass, then there was never a problem. That's generally how it worked. But yeah, I mean, it definitely is a problem. Has it been a problem for you? You said you've been,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a problem where you
Because
don't like the
I
friends.
can remember somebody over here on the side said that having guy friends is the best thing, which I used to agree
Negative.
with.
Yeah.
I used to agree with
have
that.
guy friends and it's not good.
Why do you agree with that?
I used to.
Why
I
do
used
you
to
not
agree
agree
with
with it anymore?
Because before I was growing up, I was a tomboy.
Yeah.
All my friends were dudes. Like
Yeah.
I was outside playing. I wasn't playing with dolls. But then I started seriously dating somebody, and that became an issue. And I didn't really understand why. But
But you having guy friends.
correct. I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't
You want to know
understand
something?
having a guy
If we
friend.
were
But
dating,
now I do.
If we were dating, I would not have any problem with the guys who hit on you. I have no problem with them. I have the
Well,
guys.
that's different.
I have,
That's
no,
different.
stop. I don't. You listen. Let me finish. I don't have a problem with the guys who hit on you. It's the guys who don't hit on you that scare me. The guys who are friends with you and don't hit on you have game. They have abundance.
They have a plan.
Back to the 1%.
Yes, that's one more time. The guys who are friends with you and legitimately don't act, you like, would you ever have sex with Steve? It's like, Steve would never have sex with me. Those guys scare me. The guys who hit on you, you could, like, women deflecting men's attention is easy. That's not a problem. Strippers do it all the time. It's not a big deal. It's the dudes, and that's why a lot of girls, boyfriends, don't like when those girls are friends with me, because I don't hit on anyone. And they can't figure out, it's like, why do you keep hanging out with Michael, but like he never hits on you? It's like, you fucked Michael before. It's like, well, maybe, but that he doesn't hit on me. He doesn't hit on me. No, it's the ones who don't hit on you that actually scare.
Do you like seeing that other men are interested in the woman that you have
No,
on your
no,
arm?
I don't. It doesn't matter to me.
That's not
No,
what makes you
so
tingle?
the term is mate choice copying in humans, and it does not affect men. It only affects
Wait,
women.
make choice copy?
It's called mate choice copying in
Mate.
humans. Women find men who other women are attracted to be attractive. Men do not find women who other men find attractive. Men can make a determination on a female's attractiveness regardless in a vacuum. They don't need to see have any context about it.
But would it make you more attracted if you realized that all of the men in the room were attracted to
No,
your
it would
woman?
make me more. It would make me more aggressive. Maybe I don't know about more
More like
attractive.
territorial.
Yeah, more territorial,
Okay,
or more
like that.
protective.
Yeah, it's just like a
But
different-
but it's not more attracted. I don't think attracted is the right word. Yeah.
fair.
That's the
what-
point of tragedy in
I'm
the
done.
family. Handsome husband is a tragedy in the family.
So that's why. So when you're, I talk to guys all the time, and they're like, "Oh, the only reason you guys want to go out with really super hot girls is so you can show them off because you have a big ego and you want to get your ego stroked or whatever."
That's
like that.
a terrible thing.
I'm
I
like,
can't imagine that.
I'm like,
Doing that.
I'm like,
No guy would
I'm
do
always,
that.
say, I've never looked at it like that because I'm like, it could be the other thing, which is I just really like to fuck hot girls, really hot girls. Like I just want to do that. Is that okay? Can it not be
The
about
next
my
piece
ego?
of meaningless sex I have will be the first. I've never
Yeah.
had meaningless sex.
Yes. I mean, it's really that simple, Let me grab some out of here. I can't. Oh, here's a good one. You like that? Here
When
we
you
go.
lose fat, you actually become smarter. A study by Dr. Daniel Amen in 2020 showed that the more fat you carry, the lower your brain's ability to compute. So this is really interesting. Excess fat on the body further impairs brain function. An analysis of brain SPECT scans of 20,000 psychiatric patients at Amen clinics found that as their weight went up, the physical functioning of their brain went down. If you're an entrepreneur, it is vital that you start eating healthy to reduce fat because you're actually going to become a better entrepreneur. You'll be able to get more work done in less time. Your thinking is going to be better. Your decision making is going to be better. You're going to feel better about yourself, and your lifespan will increase, which means more time to build your business and create intergenerational wealth for your family. Do you see how important this is?
Stay thin.
That's just how obesity is like an addiction. How eating is an addiction. Being an it causes problems with your brain and your like.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Tori's dying for it. Go ahead, Tori. Tori, go.
If only Wes Watson were here to answer this question, right?
God.
I would love to get his response on this.
What you agree?
I like my titties and
For sure.
I like my ass, so I'm not saying
That's not fat, baby.
that is fat. It's all fat and jiggle like
What do you think,
fat
Anna?
and move like fat.
Fat people have harder times with cognition.
That's
So
fine.
of course, it's like they hard time with everything.
Yeah.
With action, with like thinking, with like, you know, like, yeah, like being attracted to people.
Okay, real quick. What do you think, Summer?
I mean, yeah, I think that makes sense. I don't think obesity is good for your brain or any part of your body.
Emily, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of wealthy people tend to just forget about their health. I mean, not all, but I'm just like obviously exceptions. And then you see like that group could be more obese, or even like people, because like a lot of cheap food is like how you get
All right,
fat.
so Dr. Daniel Perlmutter wrote a book called Grain Brain. And in the book, he goes over plaque that is developed on the brain that he was able to show when people ate excessive amounts of gluten, which is a key part of a very poor diet.
Yes.
Okay, so I have met several people who have gone from 200 pounds to 300 pounds, generally men, and every single one of them goes right into conspiracy theories, starts talking crazy, stealing from their clients. I've seen this several times. Whenever
So
I
you've
see
seen
the-
this pattern before. You've noticed this
I've
pattern.
never seen it not happen this way.
That's
When people put
wild.
on massive amounts of fat, it changes their neurology because of glucose, because of insulin, because of different things like that. Being that fat absolutely does make you function at a lower level. It's one of these things. And the other part is the endorphins, the dopamine, serotonin,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
norepinephrine,
say.
those things that happen when I get up and I go get sunlight for 45 minutes because I do 2 workouts a day. When I get my first workout in, by the way, let me recommend, guys, the first one, when you go outside, don't wear sunglasses when you're out in the sun. It causes your body to produce more serotonin when you're out in the sun without sunlight, without sunglasses on. And then when I do the cold plunge, when I do my second workout, when I do the steam room, those things, they put me in a mental state where this sucks and I'm going to do it anyway. This sucks, but I'm going to do it anyway. I don't want to do this. This sucks, but I'm going to do it anyway. You keep doing that over and over again, and that is a key to success. So like you said before, I cannot prove this. I'm not a scientist, but I've never seen any exception to this. When I see people put on a massive amount of fat, they start believing in crazy shit, and they start having delusional beliefs, and I've often even seen schizophrenia. Go ahead.
I think it's just, I don't think it's belief, it's more of a, like an excuse, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, why do a lot of things exist, right? Is that as humans, it's very hard, very few people that you see that take accountability, right? So then they tend to go to conspiracy theories or maybe cults or whatever it is, just to justify the lack of discipline that they have. So I don't really think it's more of like, the more gain you weight. It's like, no, I don't want to put in the work. And so the easiest thing is
blame it on astrology.
Yeah, I'm like,
yes,
yes, I am.
Okay, but
I'm a
then
hippie
what
that
about
puts
other people
crystals
that
up
just
grass
hopped
type
on
of
the
thing.
Ozempic train that were fat?
Yeah.
Dude, once I get
a
Ozempic, it's over for you.
I swear it makes them more
Go ahead.
brain dead though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's
Makes them more what? Brain dead?
Yeah, like it's crazy.
Do you think it has something to do with their mental cognition too?
From working out to lose the weight, it's just
No, it's just I don't know. I just don't think you're smart if you're doing that. Maybe it's
I
just
think
a
you're
level
smart
of intelligence.
because I mean, there's people that work smarter, and there's people that work harder. So they're in their mind, they're working smarter and faster. But it's like, here's what I like for me. I'm a person that I don't know the word in English. Excuse me, English is my second language. It's like goes up and down, infatuates.
Fluctuates. Yeah.
Fluctuates. You know, my weight.
Yo-yos.
Right?
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Mhm.
So then, whenever I feel like heavier, I'm like. Right. So then, sorry, I gotta explain that.
That's
But
why
it's
you're not
like,
feeling. Well, like Mike was saying, is like there's a lot to do with like endorphins and dopamine. Okay,
Yeah.
dopamine, by the way, gets like misconstrued. A lot of people think dopamine is the like feel good hormone. It's not. It's actually a precursor to what is going to feel good. It's endorphins and the endorphin rush that you get that is actually creates the positive stuff. But like. One of the things they'll tell you is that if you're trying to get over an addiction, if you're trying to get over like alcoholism, Yeah, if you get any kind of addiction, the best way to get over that addiction is to replace that high with something else, right? So you're replacing it with a dopamine hit from something that's healthy. So if you're going to the gym and or you're running, you're going getting a runner's high. Or if you're lifting, you're going to feel those endorphins, and what happens is then you sort of get addicted to doing something that's more healthy for you.
So it's like you're replacing addiction with another addiction.
Well, we usually call it like it's habituation, where you're trying to like replace a bad habit with a positive habit, but it's actually about a biochemical reaction.
You can classically condition your mind to make money every day. You can classically condition your mind to be successful every day. I can't go to bed without reading 10 pages from a book because I'm doing 75 hard. I was up, I remember one night I was up with this girl till like 6 o'clock in the morning, and we'll go lay down and go to sleep, and I was like, oh, I gotta take a picture of myself and I gotta read 10 pages of a book. And when you do it, you start feeling guilt when you aren't successful.
So you're reprogramming yourself pretty much.
I'm programming myself to like that fear that I get every time I jump in the cold plunge, because it fucking sucks for like the first 5 seconds. I'm programming myself to not listen to my, like David Goggins said, I don't listen to my inner bitch whenever I don't want that fear. And so now I take that to my business, and now when I have to let someone go, like I have to fire them, that sucks. And I don't put it off. I go handle it because I don't want to do it. Does that make sense? I do things I don't want to do. Go.
Okay, so I agree with everything that y'all both just said. I will also add that I also think it is a big part of the diet as Americans that what we eat, a lot of our food is toxic.
Yes.
There's chemicals in our food that are banned everywhere else in the world. So the bread you eat here, yes, you will gain weight. You can go to Italy, eat bread, and be just fine. Like you can walk around, you'll actually lose weight. So I think that also ties into it, is just our lifestyle here. You can go to a freaking In-N-Out right now.
You have accessibility to high calorie dense food all the time.
You look at a bag of Doritos here, it has 30 freaking ingredients. You go anywhere in Europe, it has 6.
So I want you to consider this, right? The people who run big food, they can sell you more. So they're going to sell you things that make you addicted. So excessive levels of fat and sodium make you addicted to the food. The way fat attacks your brain is like an addiction. So now I have become more overweight. What else do I need? I need anxiety because I don't want to take my shirt off in public. I need medication for my anxiety. I can't see my penis anymore because I'm too fat. Nobody clip that, please. I can't.
It's already on.
I can't. I can see it just fine. All right?
It's already on Instagram.
All right. So, but my point is, now I need your erectile dysfunction medication. Yes. Okay. Now I can't sleep because of the stress that's going through my life and because of my poor diet. Now give me your sleeping medication. Okay. All these different things I need medication for, in conjunction with the fact that I'm sick. Now think about this as a government. I have sick people that can't revolt, that really are, they aren't even going to go vote. Like, they're not going to fight against me because they're fat and they're sick and they need my medication, and I'm going to take money as a lobbyist from big pharma, from big food, and then somebody like Andrew Huberman comes around and tells you, hey, you need to be on a treadmill every day, Karen. Hey, you need to probably start eating better, Steve. Hey, you need to get in that cold plunge. Hey, you need to eat more whole foods. You need to do this. You know what? Fuck that. The New Yorker's going to write an article about how he's fucking 6 women at the same time, because apparently that's a sin, even though he's not married. And then all the people complaining about, I can't believe he was sleeping with all those women at the same time. Yeah, Karen, look at your jiggly ass neck. Of course you don't like Andrew Huberman. I wouldn't too. I wouldn't like Andrew Huberman either if I was you. He told you to get off your ass, you fat woman. This is crazy to me. And so that's what happens. When you give people good advice, there's always a status quo that doesn't want that. Like, for instance, me telling men to have boundaries comes off as toxic if I was on The View right now. They sure as hell wouldn't like that.
It's a set of programs.
They wouldn't like.
Go on your other podcast for this.
It's programs.
Right.
It's all programs. It's all programs. Like you were saying, you said you can consciously reprogram your mind to attract money in abundance. It's your subconscious mind.
I'm not reprogramming my mind to attract money in abundance.
Okay.
I'm reprogramming my mind to get up and work every day.
Okay.
There's no attraction.
It's all about habits.
You're reprogrammed to get up. That's the problem.
Yeah. Good.
I think it's also a culture thing. Like here in America, like they baby you so much.
I didn't say it.
Yo. Shh. We can hear everything you're saying.
We're talking about success right now.
All right.
So anyways, I think it's a culture thing because here they baby you so much. Like, good job, you woke up today.
Participation trophies.
Oh my God.
Everybody be quiet.
And I grew up on such a different culture. I'm like, if I even get a B, oh my God, I'm scared to come home.
Word.
And I'm just like, and everyone looks at me, they're like, how are you so successful at your age? Oh my God. I'm like, Oh, I don't know. I got up and did something. I don't feel like I did something like extraordinary, but it's a culture thing here.
Yes.
And I've noticed like you're congratulated for like the smallest things. They're like, oh my God, you got up. Oh my God, you brushed your teeth. You made your bed.
Exactly, dude. For me, as an immigrant person, right? I got my door taken away, and I spent my whole summer in. Yes,
my dad would take the door on my hinges too.
During the whole summer, and I got handed my food. I never been to prison, but I handed my food on the front of my doorstep because I didn't get straight A's. And now that I have a son, I'm like, okay, what do I have to? I'm like, I want to raise you how I want to raise you. And if it were for me, it would all be rainbow, glitter, and butterflies. But what happens? That's the real world out there. And my son hates it when I'm like, that's the real world. He's like, I don't like the real world. I'm like, it's just like, buttercup. Like, this is what it is. Because if it hits you, it hits you. And everybody's like, oh, you did this so great. Good job. And I'm like, what did you do?
We're raising men around here.
Yeah. So. If I have a kid, he's like, if it's a boy, it's gonna be a man. It's not gonna be like a little wuss.
Oh,
like,
that's another thing. Dating is so hard right now because it's like, hell yeah.
Hey guys, put a one in the chat if you want to have a baby with the 5'10" angry Russian girl. Put a one in the chat.
She's been talking about babies the whole time.
She wants to have an outside linebacker. Put a one in the chat.
Yeah, wifey material.
Wifey material.
Wifey
All right,
material. That reminds me of a story. Like, okay, so like, as far as getting up and going and doing stuff, it's like the only thing that I'm like kind of I'm at like 15% body fat right now. I'm in really good shape, especially for my age and everything. And then, but like I'll tell you the hardest thing for me though is sleep. Like getting good fucking sleep, man, because I'm up. I get up every hour, hour and a half, and then I'm up and then I go back to sleep.
Do you want to know when I knew that I like was aging? Was when hangovers lasted like 2 days instead of 1.
This is when you turn 21 or 22?
I'm not gonna tell you my ages right now, but I tell everyone I'm 25 plus shipping and handling. Because actually, okay, I'm 30. I turned 30.
Okay.
But I tell
like
the shipping and handling. I was like, because I could be Amazon Prime, baby. I could be no shipping and handling. So that's been my joke since I turned 30 this year.
That was.
I'll be 25
I cannot wait to come
5 fucking years of my life.
You're in the milf years. What?
How do you handle sleep now?
I'm still working. I got the Aura ring now, so like I can track my sleep.
I saw it on you. I was looking at it earlier.
Here's my advice to anybody watching this: don't get the Aura ring if you don't want to know this shit, because it will make you psychotic.
My psychiatrist told me to stop looking at it because I was like, there was times that I couldn't sleep. Right? I have a Fitbit, I have a Apple Watch, and I have the ring.
Yeah.
So then I will be like, I only slept for this long.
It's fantastic. You do blood ox. It does all that stuff. It's great. And then when it's like sleep report time, I'm like, I'm fucked.
Yeah, guys, it'll tell you when it's that time of the month for your girl with 100% accuracy.
What if she's on birth control?
It is worth buying it just for that.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Aura ring.
Wait, you can't tell?
But you guys,
sort of.
Not sponsored yet.
So irregular, your app could never.
No, your app can.
You guys just reminded me of something that my dad used to do, right? So when I was a teenager, I was like 14, 15 years old. My dad would come, like it would be a Saturday morning. My dad would come up to like me and my brother's rooms, and he would just go up to the door, and it would be like probably like 7 a.m. He'd be like, I mean like boom, 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 boom on the door kind of thing.
That was my dad.
And he'd be like, get up. We're like, what the fuck? It's like Saturday, man. Can I just sleep in or something like that? No, do something productive. That was his do something productive. I'm like, what? He's like, I don't care. Just get up and go do it. Like he did not care what the act was. Just get up and do something.
Showing up.
No, I'm from Los Angeles, but
it was just
he's like old school. He was very old school in that respect. And like I don't really give my dad probably enough credit that I do, but that was one thing he kind of instilled in my brother. And I still to this day, if I'm sleeping like too far, I can hear the
Tell me if you didn't recognize, for me, I could tell apart each member of my family by the way they stepped. Right? And you can tell who was who by the way they went up.
My mom's a
Yeah, dude, I hated waking up. My dad would do the same. He'd start singing in Spanish to me. And it got to so bad. That's why I flew special ops in the military, because we go to work at 10 p.m. and I was like, so nice. I love working at night.
So you were a military brat as a kid?
No. I flew a KC-135 as a navigator. I was a captain. I was a captain.
He's
I'm the
a
first
sky
guy.
Daddy.
Yeah.
He's sky daddy.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We're coming up on time, but I got to do this one. This is too good. Here we go.
Keanu here, Alabama linebacker, former Alabama linebacker. Now, why is that, you might be asking? Because he hit the transfer portal, but not because he wanted to, because he had to. His coach was like, nah, so you're suspended and kicked off this team. And people were like, wait, why is Keanu kicked off? Well, Keanu here thought it would be a good idea to send the head coach's daughter a direct Instagram DM that said, you want this horse? Followed by an unsolicited dick pic. Why do y'all just be sending pictures with nobody asked for? Especially like not no selfie, just straight dick. Has it ever worked before? Has any girl ever texted back like, oh yeah, hell yeah, that's what I want. With like, this is unsolicited. She don't even want you. You don't want her. You just like, oh yeah, this about to get her. Keanu, you are an egregious character, my boy. Are you insane? You are in Alabama. There are thousands of girls on that campus that have parents that are like, get you a football son. We need a football baby. There's a whole bunch of women to choose from. You sent an unsolicited pic to the coach's daughter? Want this horse? That's an insane text, by the way. I bet other coaches are going to be very weary about picking you up, but somebody's going to take you. Now, what you should do is just transfer somewhere in the SEC, because as a Division I level hater, now that you're kicked off, it's like if I'm in your shoes, I'm taking this hate to the max. I'm going to go to a rival school and I'm going to shit on you, coach. I'm going to look at your daughter and be like, yeah, you should have got this horse. Yeah. But yeah, Keanu, you're bugging, bro.
Okay, he's not wrong on everything.
What do you think, Anna?
A lot of players have a lack of a brain, and like why like people like why dudes like send the dick pics, it's a big mystery for me. Yeah.
It's a mystery for you. Okay, ready? Hold on. Summer, what do you think? What do you think about the unsolicited dick
I
pics?
don't like unsolicited dick pics.
You like solicited dick
No,
pics, though?
Yes. Well, if I'm asking for it.
Well, you're asking for it. Let's go. What do you think?
He got too many concussions to the brain.
You got too many concussions, right? He goes, do you want this horse? Go ahead.
No, I don't want unsolicited. It's not pretty.
Okay, cool. What do you think?
Okay, well, she said unsolicited and solicited, so I'm just going to circle back to test drive and put a pin in it.
Okay, maybe. Okay. What do you think?
I don't like dick pics. I don't
Okay,
like
cool.
hot
Go ahead.
looks.
What do you think?
I'm gonna skip this one.
Okay. You do or you don't? Oh my goodness. Oh, you do like it. Okay, got it.
I said I'm gonna skip this
Okay,
one.
got it. Okay.
I second that. It's a hard pass for me.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a hard pass.
Okay, so I'm going to explain to you why. So I had the foremost evolutionary psychologist in the world on my podcast, Dr. David Buss. He came on here and he came on my show, and we asked him about the dick pic phenomenon because it's something they study in evolutionary psychology. If you have a female friend who has really nice boobs and she sends you pictures of her boobs, are any of you offended?
Hell
No.
But she doesn't. But
No.
she doesn't.
Yeah, okay.
She doesn't though.
Right. So the reason why I bring this up is because as men, if we were to receive unsolicited nudes from a woman, even if we didn't really like her, we're not offended. Like we're not nervous. Like, oh man, that's disgusting. This woman sent me a picture of her boobs. No guy feels that way. In fact, the way I pointed out is women who actually have more of an aversion to disgust than men do. Women are more disgusted by spiders, snakes, rotting flesh, sulfur than men are. There's an evolutionary difference between men and women because you have more of an aversion to disgust. And you still don't mind getting unsolicited boob pics. That's my point. Now, what happens is men have what's called an overperception bias. They believe because they receive pictures from you of your nudity and enjoy it, that you'll receive pictures from them
Do you feel
of their
obligated?
nudity. No, I mean, unless someone asks for it. But even then, I'm going to send a picture of an eggplant.
Once this podcast is done, I'm gonna show you a screenshot of on the dating app that I'm at. I got
of the pictures you get?
No, it wasn't a dick pic. It was
have a
more of
question.
like a shirtless selfie, and it was like the approach of it. It was more of it seemed like.
Come get this horse?
It was more of like a projecting, like the idea of what a man would expect
Yeah.
if it were the girl, like that.
Correct.
And I'm like, why? Nobody
Correct.
asked. It's out of the blue.
Can I ask the girls a question?
Hold on,
though?
real quick before we get done. So this is a problem where it's called what is it called in evolutionary psychology? It's the ability to read the other gender's mind. And so men are worse at it than women are. And so this is the other reason why men will go off, take steroids, get the fucking Richard Mille and have a Lamborghini and think they're going to fuck every girl. In part because men see physical attractiveness in women as being so strong, then the opposite is true. They think it's the same way. But women don't see the same thing in men. Women see a bunch of different things. Charisma, access to scarce resources, access to scarce networks, relevancy, competency, pre-selection, and social status. They will read those attraction triggers in men, whereas as men, we don't see those same things as women.
Which goes to my question though. as you females, because I know my answer to this, and it does make a difference. Does a dick pic versus a video, depending on where they are in their little, does that make a difference? Because to me, it does make a difference. And it goes
Molly,
to
will
his
you go ahead
thing.
and answer this?
Now you'll go.
All right, what's the question?
A picture versus a video.
Is it better? Is that what you're asking?
Right. Do you feel because if I get a dick pic, I'm more ill. If I get a dick video and I'm seeing stuff, now it gives character, like how you said. You know what I'm saying?
If you are 100% asking, then sure, send me a video. I'd rather get a video than a picture.
Okay.
But if you're sending something and I never asked for it, I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna remove you. Like, don't.
But
like,
would a video make you
game.
keep you
Or I'm going to charge you on OnlyFans for a rating.
Right.
Oh, 1,000%. $5 make me holla.
Yes. Okay, here's my judgment. Do not send dick pics.
Yeah, please
Period.
don't.
End of story.
Video.
Never.
And that's
learn
why
the lesson.
He's married for 20 years.
Learn the lesson that Brett Favre didn't learn, or learn the hard way. The hard way. Okay. If it's out there, it's out there. Somebody has a copy of it somewhere, okay? Even if you send it to somebody who really enjoyed it and loved every second of it, it's still on the internet.
Yeah, that's what guys
don't
understand.
do it.
All those lascivious messages, including dick pics, all that thirst that you sent towards a woman, it's all good and fun when she likes you and you guys are sleeping together.
Yep.
As soon as she goes on some podcast like mine, talking about you're a narcissist, then she screenshots all that shit and sends it to her friends and you look like a fool. That's what happens. Stop snitching on yourself. In general, but dick pics also, it's like there's no positive for it. It really, like, there's no positive.
There's no upside.
What I'm saying is, what if it's a test drive on the dick pic?
Listen. If you're asking me,
you know what I'm saying? I said
no. If you're asking me for a dick pic and I ask you to go out with me or go on a date with me and you don't go on a date with me, you just wanted attention anyway. So like that's my point. It's like I don't want a girl to send me nudes. I want a girl to come over nude. There's a difference. You guys understand?
Ooh. I don't want to see your step one.
Live in real time.
That, like,
putting the pin in it.
Ends done.
Like a little like
What's the pin in things? And then when you take it down.
That doesn't need a follow-up.
All right, here we go. Ready for this one? Here's last one here. Check this out.
She just posted these pictures. She's getting a little touchy with her new robot. This is getting kind of weird. She captioned this photo shoot with an alien emoji, and I mean, she's been posting about this thing a lot. But now we see her sitting on its lap, hand on her hip, holding hands. It's like a little promiscuous photo shoot going on here. I mean, take a look at her outfit. Now, I'm not too surprised, but it makes me wonder if there's actually a deeper message trying to be sent out here, because if you look at the car in the back, this is actually the new Cybercab by Tesla. And Tesla even commented, Optimus asked if you're still on for dinner this Friday. The people behind this are very smart, and they're using some of the most influential and the most popular people in the world to promote this, which in theory then starts to normalize it. And of course, AI and robots are tools, and they can be used for good and for bad. I use AI all the time. All I'm saying is this is happening very quickly, and I think it's important to be aware of it.
Wow.
Ladies,
Kardashian robot.
I mean, are we surprised? Isn't Elon Musk, didn't he make public him dating one of the robots or stuff? So, yeah, he did. No.
I thought he was married to Grimes.
No, I think he like devoted.
He's not married to Grimes. He just has babies with Grimes.
No, but didn't he like devote his first girlfriend experience with one of those robots that he made? Or am I wrong?
I don't think he had sex with him, and he may have been.
No, I never said sex. I
Right.
just
You
said
know
that
that
he, like,
percentage of
devoted-
men on the dating apps that you say that can't get the dates, don't get any swipes.
Uh-huh.
Do you think that is the market?
Okay, before
For
I answer
the
this
robots.
question, because I have an answer for it, does anyone else have anything they want to say to this? Because there is a definitive answer to this. Go ahead.
It's not an answer to that question, but this freaks me the fuck out. AI is going to be the death of civilization.
I do like ChatGPT though. That's my best friend.
Okay, what do you think? The robots, the women and men with robots.
About this thing, it's
Yeah.
like a great idea to get attention. They want to get attention,
Yeah.
they get it. And for example, like we have a bunch of this, like realistic dolls, like and stuff, and
Yeah.
so, and you can see this message, like okay, like now, like and pretty soon, like robots are, and us, we will be like much closer and like doing shit together. Maybe not that deep, but like
Yeah.
yes, it's like they wanted to invent
Robot
this
threesome. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
That sounds
why
amazing.
not? Like so, like that's
Yeah.
it's a big ass dildo. Like
Yeah.
so.
Okay, and then what do you think, Summer?
What exactly is the question?
The question is, do you think it's strange that she's starting to act like she's having a romantic relationship with a robot?
Yeah, but I think it's Kim Kardashian, so she's like
Doing
she
it for
knows that
attention.
it's- Yeah, she knows that that's like the new age too.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Okay. So here's the actual answer. There's a fantastic book. There's two of them. It's called The Singularity is Near by Ray Kurzweil and The Singularity is Nearer by Ray Kurzweil. At the end of the book, he goes into the two dimorphic differences between men and women. Men, at the end, are going to fuck robots. I'm sorry. You can record me if you want. You can make fun of me all you want. I guarantee you your grandchildren will be fucking robots. I guarantee you they will. There is no possibility they won't. And I'm going to tell you why. As crazy as people may, now I think it's weird, and I won't want my son to do it, but I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. 100 years from now, you're going to have some kid, when he's 16, he's going to have a creepy uncle who comes over, buys him like 4 robots. And these robots can look like any woman he wants. And they feel like women. And they act like women. They have sex with him, and they do whatever he wants. And then he has all these wild, crazy fantasies with these girls. Then one day he goes to college and he goes to a bar and he sees a really attractive woman and he goes and he talks to her and she's like, "Ooh, you're too short. Ooh, you're not that good looking. Ooh, whatever." He's like, "Fuck this. I'm gonna go fuck my robot. I don't want to have to deal with this shit."
And that's what's gonna happen. Ex machina.
If they make it good enough, if you see the pervasiveness of pornography, the pernicious nature of pornography now, how could you not believe that if you could actually make anatomical androids that seemed like women, men not only would men fuck robots, they wouldn't fuck anything else. And here's the second part. Here's the second part. They're going to come. There's experiments that try to do this, to take 23 alleles from a woman and another woman and combine them together so that women can have children without men. I'm telling you right now.
We will run the fucking world and you will cease to exist if that happens. You guys better not make that happen.
This is not even a function of like, this is an inevitability. We are going to get to the point with absolute and total population collapse. And yes, of course men will be fucking robots. So what will happen is,
So then how do we tell our children
hold on, stop.
to not fuck
Stop. They will be dead, long since dead. Okay. The thing is, what will happen is there'll be a top 1% of men who have super high testosterone, and they're still going to go out and chase women, and they're the ones that are going to be making $6 million a month on OnlyFans, because women are like, that man is a real man with a real penis. Wow, haven't seen that in forever. That's what's going to happen.
He got a business plan for the future. Everybody listen right now.
No, there's 2 films that like kind of speak on that. Mm-hmm. One is called Children of Men.
Yep.
And the other one is called Ex Machina. Okay, so Children of Men is a society where women become barren. So there is a youngest person living, okay? And if you go in, I'm Korean, and in Asia right now, we had an incentive years ago to only have 1 child. We have an incentive now to have a child because population is declining. Mm-hmm. There are certain countries where we're not seeing that trend. America is like teetering. We don't know if we're going to increase or decrease. Right. Last time I checked, everybody wants a dog, not a kid. Next year, it's on 2025, like Christmas list. So, I don't know. My point on it is they've already said it in film. I've seen it. Ex Machina is crazy, and the women robots take over and they kill the guy.
Yeah, let's kill the murderer. Murder. How's so funny?
You gotta see it because the guy makes women. Y'all gotta see it.
Look at witches around the fucking cauldron, man.
I like
My thing is that's already happening to an extent though, because like you guys said, we have vibrators and they do like a better like. I don't want to say it's better because like hands are hands, like a guy on you is a guy on you. I don't want to say it's necessarily better, but let's be real, the actual job done is better. But have you actually seen the ones for men? Because like one person made a point. They're just like, well, men are freaked out, and we're like, oh, who cares? We just do it. But girl, I'm so sorry. Can someone remind her this isn't her podcast? She's talking more than all of us.
I'm a talker. I do that.
Anyways, what was I even saying? Oh, like someone was actually like pointing out, well, like yeah, men are freaked out, but have you seen? Why aren't you freaked out? Have you seen the men toys? And that thing will suck that guy's dick way faster and better than you ever could. I saw the videos. I was like, really? Oop. I just
I
just lost a job.
No.
Wait, girl, it's got lips and saliva.
Well, I got one question for y'all. If you can't tell the difference, does it really matter?
We don't know. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know.
You can tell the difference.
Yes.
I don't like
It does matter.
I don't like toys.
Yes, by the way, that's from another great series called Westworld.
They don't talk back.
Thank you. I don't like toys. If you like toys, then it's like you take out the human experience.
But that's the whole thing.
They have their place, I think.
No, I don't need a toy. I don't need a toy. I can do myself. I don't need a toy.
Yeah.
So the toy aspect I don't need it.
Okay, but on the toy aspect though, like, you know how there's like all those different levels, like
that's different and it's easy using.
Do we all just do the zzz? Because I'm like straight zzz.
Girl,
You know what I'm saying? Like, I went to.
Have you seen that there's a hammer? There's a straight up hammer.
What?
Yeah. A hammer.
Your vagina is so desensitized.
There is. I went to the shop and I see this thing and it's a pink hammer, like the one that takes out nails and I'm like, what do people do with that? What is going on? What is that? Is everything God knows? Okay, that's between them and their thoughts.
I don't know. Oh, the Theragun. I've seen a girl use a Theragun. Put a condom on the Theragun.
I'll tell you what's interesting when it comes to like you were saying, when it comes to sex toys. It's interesting that like a dildo or something like women's sex toys are like so empowering. It's just like how many of them are there, right? But if a guy has a fleshlight or he's got like some robot or he's got people go, oh my God, what's wrong with you? And it's interesting to see that. It's interesting that the kind of double standard between the
It's not a double standard.
Seeing your sex toys? How are you leaving it out?
And it is crazy looking.
There are literally like there's like Tupperware Avon meetings for sex toys for women. There are none for guys. Trust me.
That we know.
That we know. Yes.
Let's all masturbate together. No. Nobody clip that. Nobody clip that. Nobody clip that.
Hey, and you're
all right. Cool. Let's keep going.
And cancel.
Next
video.
All right. This was a good one. You guys will like that one.
You guys gonna make eye contact and not talk? Come on, come over here, make a U-turn. Let's talk about this. You got braids and everything. Why are you walking away? That's crazy, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. I think I'm invincible in some shit, bro. I think it's the aura. Chat, is the mic everything good, bro? I think it's too much aura and energy. I think that's what it is. It's the aura and the energy, chat. You know what I mean? It is what it is, bro. You know what I mean? How you doing? We're making eye contact.
All right,
he's striking out.
The point of it. Do you want to explain the point of this? You were the one who showed this to me.
Well, he was just like the point of this is the guy's short to begin with, so that's number one. Yeah. So he's a short king, but the guy's not a bad looking dude. He's just probably like what, 5'4", 5'5".
I've been
he's
shorter.
much taller than that. Those girls are in heels. I bet he's 5'8".
No, he's just Santa's helper.
Yeah, he was
Santa's
5'4"
helper
at best.
Yeah,
he's 5'4".
Yeah,
5'4".
he was looking
Really, 5'4"? I didn't think he was that short.
Yeah,
maybe. Or maybe he is. I don't know.
We can measure it in the picture. I said it. I was like, is
Well,
he short?
how should I know? There's several Reddit articles that say that I'm 5'8", so how would I know any better? Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Well, no, I mean the whole thing is like he's there trying to get after or trying to make open like well I guess it would be like cold approach. Yeah, cold approach.
Yeah,
does that work?
So the thing is, what? I'm not 5'8".
She's just giving me a massage over here. I'm like, girl, you can come home with me later if you
Yeah.
want.
Business opportunities.
You can make content.
Networking.
I already have papers. I'm legal. In
Yeah,
this
one guy
country.
says that's Brickell, Miami. Cold approach is dead there unless you're not an attractive millionaire, and that's true. Like it is one of these situations. Well, the point of this, the whole thing is what I've been trying to explain to guys forever is when you use cold approach, regular cold approach, like on the street, and you use dating apps, that's an unfamiliar environment, and 80% of men aren't going to succeed in that environment. When you use a familiar environment, which would be like, hey, let's just say you guys met someone here, or like one of you introduced a guy that you're friends with to another guy that you know, so a woman introducing you to another guy, or something like that, which would be social circle or using social media, that's a familiar environment, and men have a better chance in a familiar environment than they do in an unfamiliar environment. And so what this guy is doing is he's at a massive disadvantage because he's short to begin with, and he's putting himself in an unfamiliar environment. Dating apps and cold approach are for women who already like you.
Yeah.
Okay? Social circle and social media and men of action
I
are
think
for
it
women
was
who,
his outfit,
hold on,
though.
Please let me finish. Oh my God, baby, please, for love of fuck. Okay? Stop, guys. Social circle, social media, and men of action are for women who don't like you. That's the whole point. They're basically for social circle is for women who don't like you. For you to be able to get them to like you. So that's essentially what the difference
He
is.
wasn't ugly. He was just short and aggressive.
But sometimes with the man though, watching them like operate in like a setting that's not just direct to you can be like attractive. You know, seeing how they interact with the other people and stuff like you know what you feel what I'm saying? I do feel that.
Yeah, he was just aggressive.
What he needs to do is host a panel show.
He had a jersey on like that was really like Nelly, like
didn't like his outfit
you know
either.
what I mean? It was just like if he was like fine and he was sexy and like we always like, ooh, he's buff, he's tatted, he's short, and he walked around like he had a big dick and a big pocket. We would all have been like, okay, well, hang on, wait a minute, Daddy, like, what you talking about?
He was running around with a big dick on YouTube. He's going to jail.
So wait. Follow up for that. So you think if he was dressed a little nicer, like let's say he's
and not as aggressive,
would he get a different reaction?
It was because he had two disadvantages.
Yeah.
If he would have walked in with maybe one, but the two he had were so rude. Like he was aggressive, and then he's short, and then three because he's in a fucked up outfit. Like he had on a 1997 football jersey.
No, that's Lamar Jackson. He's currently the MVP of the NFL. Like that could not be more relevant. Yeah, that's
like you know what I mean. Like, but it doesn't like we're not looking at that like oh he's sexy.
Great question. Hold on, let me ask you, ladies, who here have you dated a man who you met when he cold approached you? Has that ever happened?
Yes.
Yeah, it's you made it.
I was actually impressed because he just walked up and introduced himself. And he had like long hair, and I was kind of into it. I was like, okay.
Did you know any of his friends?
Had the confidence.
Did you know any of his friends?
No.
So straight up cold approach.
Yeah,
was it one guy or was it multiple
one
guys?
Guy.
Please don't interrupt.
One guy downtown.
Let's go, Astrid. Have you dated a guy who came up and just cold approached you?
Yes, and that's what attracted me to him.
Did he cold approach you?
Yeah.
Like, go into it. Like, tell me, like, how many? By the way, how often was this? Just one guy?
No, it's been maybe three, and
Three
that's
guys?
what I've liked about it. I feel like I don't consider myself, even though, I mean, I'm a weird girl, right? So, anyways.
You are a comedian.
Yeah. Thank you. I get that a lot.
You are a comedian.
I like a man that is sure of himself and they can play it just like cool and be just funny. Because like humor to
So
me.
he hit on you from cold approach and you started dating him?
Yes.
Okay, got
I
it.
even moved out of state.
Incredibly. Incredible. Motley, have you dated a guy who went up to you in a bar and cold approached you?
No, but I've done it.
You've cold approached a guy?
Yes.
Where was this, at like a gym or where was it?
Actually, are you familiar with Taco Mac?
No.
Okay, it's just like a sports bar.
How long ago was this? Last week?
No. No, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago.
4 or 5 years ago. You just went up to the dude?
But I saw him. He was with his friends. They were all eating wings and drinking beer. And I was with a girlfriend, and we were about to leave. And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go over. And I introduced myself, gave him my number, told him he can call me if he wanted to.
Yeah.
And I left.
Okay.
And then we dated for a few months. So it was nothing serious.
Is that the only time but no guy's ever gone out with you by cold approaching you?
No, I've never dated anybody.
Emily, have you never
No,
dated?
I don't like that just because I feel like, kind of relating to her, the only time I ever dated someone in my entire life was one person, and I went up to him. All the other 99.99% of the time, I don't like it. I feel like it's like, even if it's not catcalling,
It comes off as try hard?
Yeah, well, it's like I'd rather meet you, like I said previously, in a mutual setting.
Yes.
I know your friend, I know you, friend group, something
You mean like
that.
Babes in Toyland Toy Drive tomorrow,
Oh, no,
where a
that's
bunch of
definitely
guys
not
and
the
girls
place.
can come. A great place to meet women in a common area. Interesting idea. Have you a guy come up to you for cold approach? Cold approached you and dated
Facts,
you?
yes.
They have?
Like I said, it's disadvantages in the cold approach.
So they have or they haven't?
Yes.
You dated a guy who came up to you and
Yeah.
okay, got it.
The
Cool.
guy that I made wait for a year. He's that fine.
There you go, guys. I understand. You cold approach, you wait for a year to get some vagina. Go ahead.
No, what's funny is that I had a guy cold approach me last year. Babes in Toyland had something last August here in Vegas, and he approached me there, and we ended up dating for like 6 months.
That's
He got
different
Babes in
because
Toyland.
that's a social circle situation. But
No,
that,
but I didn't know him,
Right,
or I didn't know
Got
anybody.
it.
So he like came up. You know, 'cause there's a lot of people there.
Got it,
And
yeah.
so he came up to me cold called.
cool. What do you think?
That is one of the most attractive things a guy can do.
Just come up and just talk to you? Like, do you
Because
think
it
it's
shows-
like an Eastern European thing?
I don't know.
Because a lot of women here, a lot of younger women here really don't like getting cold approached.
I feel like it's more of the fact of like, I'm not insulted, you're shooting your shot. If anything, I have respect for you, and it shows you're okay with getting out of your comfort zone. And typically guys who are okay with getting out of their comfort zone, they're more driven. So I think that also shows that, and I find that extremely attractive. So just that even approach, I think would be cool. And I mean, hey, if I meet a guy in a mutual setting, it's like, whatever, I'll give him a shot. But I think that's actually more attractive.
Have you dated a guy from cold approach?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. What do you think, Summer?
I've dated a guy whose friend cold approached.
Whose friend cold approached you? Okay, so that's kind of a social circle thing. Oh, cool. And what do you think?
I'm not dating guys like that, but I think from the beginning, yes, it has to be an eye contact, and when guys see this, like what he cut your eyes and stuff, then maybe he can
So we did a survey for Swimsuit USA, and most of those girls were like under 24. Most of them were from the United States, and not a single one of them met a guy through cold approach. Not one. Every single one of them met a guy because a friend introduced them, or they met them on Instagram. And so what I found is that it's a generational thing. I think if you're like a little bit older, I think for some women, I'm talking about you guys specifically, but women who are a little bit older are more comfortable with cold approach. Women who are younger seem to be a little less comfortable with it. That's what I've seen.
I think
Go ahead.
man.
I feel like it might not even be a generational thing. I feel like it's more of like, for me, let me to my own horn. It's more of like, okay, you have already a way in. I want to see you shine. I want to see you to be able to work your magic without you being
sell me this pen.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm like,
sell me this pen.
I'm like, I want you to be Target. I don't know what I want from Target. Target will tell me what I want, right?
I love
once I get to Target, I know what I'm gonna get. But here is the more like, well, my friend, he's the best guy and everybody loves him. So this is my in. So you're not really showing off your skills. You're mooching off of your friend's skills. So that to me, it's like weird. That's what I'm saying. Like I've only had a handful of that, and then that's what made me more attracted to them, because you're not mooching off of how great your friend is or how many bad high value women he can get. That's not your victory. It's your friend's victory.
Same. And honestly, I think it's a cultural thing, because I'm probably the youngest one here, and I feel like I'm the most comfortable with it.
I think I am.
I think I might.
No, not in a mean way, not like that. I was just saying, because I thought you said you were like 23.
Yeah.
I'm 22. And I'm also Eastern European as well. So we can have Bulgaria.
Okay. Let's.
I got it. Well, before we do, I have a question though. Okay, I'll follow up to yours. Like when you were saying that when a guy comes up to you, it's like the guy who has to, like, I don't know if you process this like in the immediate, like, while it's happening, right? Mm-hmm. But when a guy comes in a cold approach, first of all, it's got to be eye contact. That's number one. So if I'm looking at you a beat longer, then you know there's something up, right? Is it because of the guy, and you think of it in terms of like, well, he had to have a lot of confidence to come up and do this. Like he had to have some balls to come up to actually ask me this. Is it the fact that he had the balls, or is it that the act of approaching you and doing cold approach, does that sort of make a subconscious message, let's just say, for the type of guy who's comfortable doing that?
That's what I said.
Is like the guy who has done. He's probably done this before. He's probably met girls like one-to-one, face-to-face. Whether he's, a lot of guys are going to say, well, there has to be eye contact. The guy has to be somewhat good-looking to begin with in the first place. So there's an immediate sort of arousal, attraction between the two of you. And if you get past that, then is it about the fact, and this maybe is a question for you too, is it about the fact that the guy had the confidence to go and do that? Or is it that your brain is saying, this guy is doing this, and so therefore he has to be this type of guy to come and do this?
But that's what I'm saying. That's the impression they give. So they give the impression that they're that type of guy. And I'm like, oh, well, if he's that driven, if he's motivated, he can do this. He can go approach people.
He's comfortable doing this.
We skipped
I also noticed something else.
You feel that energy.
I also noticed you said something earlier. You don't care about looks that much.
Mm-hmm.
I have found that guys who are better looking tend to do better at cold approach. There's something you said you don't care about looks that much.
In majority, yes. But for me, I care more about their personality, how they're approached, that they're driven, their lifestyle. I will say I do. But I will say this. I still
Does
have
their personality have a Richard Milley? Never mind.
I don't even know who that is.
Never mind.
Yes.
Anywho.
We were talking about it today.
Yeah.
I have no idea who that is. But
It's $1 million watch. It's a watch. It's $1 million. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anywho, but I still have to be somewhat attracted to him. But I'm not saying, what I'm saying is he doesn't have to be the hottest guy. I'm like, oh, he's all right. But if he has this great personality, he's really driven, that's gonna overbeat anything. Because I'm like, my kids, they're gonna have great genetics. I'm not worried about it. I don't need this hunk. I don't need to be worried about it. He can go make his money. If I'm the biggest catch he can get,
all right, guys,
that's
remember,
great.
gentlemen, if you're good looking, do not shoot your shot.
Oh no, please do still. I'm not disqualifying that.
Shoot your shot here. That's what you want.
It's like Zoe last time. It's like nobody's ugly. $5 million. Nobody's ugly. $5 million.
Here we go. We asked CJ Sparks, one of my best friends. How tall do you want a guy to be? She goes, $5 million. What color do you want his eyes to be? She goes, $5 million.
That's funny.
All right, you want to do another one?
Did you have something you wanted to add? You had your hand up a little bit.
That's so awesome. I can't wait to come on your podcast also.
Everyone said, though, we were attracted to him first. So it's just, he was
As
disqualified.
humans, listen, I don't know math or science or anything at all, but
the chat's going to love you now.
I do, or I've heard, a friend of a friend said once, that we eat through our eyes. Like, I am a Yelper, right? Not because I comment, but because I like to look at the pictures of the menu of the food.
Mm-hmm.
We first look at what is in front of us. For you to tell me that, oh, you like ugly guys, BS. You like the cold approach? Also, the cold approach depends. If you're doing it super cringy and then you're like, hey, man, I'm like, I'm sorry you don't get enough attention at home that you have to seek it in public, but this is not the place. But it's like they have to be attractive. They have to know how to manage their cold approach for that to be able to work. So, but you're not gonna let like this garden gnome come to you and be like, maybe not. He can be all put together. He can be a professional, awesome. But we go as human beings.
Eat with our eyes.
We eat with our eyes.
That's a good
we're
one.
like, it's like when you go to a we say that in my country. We're like, we eat through our eyes. You go to a restaurant. Are you gonna get a burger that looks like throw up? Absolutely not. Right? It doesn't matter how much of a pitch that they're like, oh, this is the best freaking burger ever. If it looks like dog throw up, you're not gonna get it.
See, that's the distinction that I make. I think a lot of people, like when you ask a woman, like, what do you find attractive in a guy? She's gonna say, oh, he's got to have this. He's got to be driven. He's got to be funny. He's got to love his mom. He's got to like puppy dogs. He's got to want children in the future. He's got to be intelligent. He has to be educated. He has to have the bag. Everything else. Those are long term. That's what you're looking for is long term security. You say,
through the eyes.
What is it? What is it about a man that gets your blood flowing, that gets you wet, that gets you like really like that and that's arousal. So there's arousal and then there's
let's say you see a guy across the room and he's not saying anything.
So when you ask a woman, what are you looking for in a man? She will go and say what is attractive in the long, because that sounds right. If I say, what is it about a man's body that really turns you on? That's a different question.
We'll drop your pants and then we'll decide.
Yeah, that's part of it.
I don't want to get demonetized, but I mean, I appreciate the offer.
Yeah.
I got to keep my YouTube channel.
Height,
this is how I make a living. I don't know about you, but I have a job.
I would not take the best looking guy in the room, and I would take maybe someone that's a little more average that made me laugh. Versus someone that is more silent.
That's the point we're trying to get to. You don't find out that he's funny.
But if you call me right,
if you cold call, hey, do you want this horse?
After you let him talk to you.
He make you laugh just like we
That's
make
fine.
each other laugh.
Do you want this horse?
What horse?
Right. Do you want to ride this horse, baby girl?
Listen, our freedom man, he were riding in a horse. So
all right, I got one more for you. Here we go. Let's do this one.
We got this.
Going on with the way men are talking to women these days. Like, let me talk about 3 instances where men are saying the craziest things off rip at women in the club. This man walked up to me, we were chit-chatting, small talk. Eventually he asked, what are you doing after this? And I said, I'm going home. It was like 3 in the morning. I go home after the club. He seemed surprised when I said that I'm going home. So I asked him why, like, where are you going? And he goes, if I'm lucky, I'm having sex tonight. Okay, what does that got to do with me? Mind you, this is my first impression of you. And I'm just like, oh, okay, I mean, best of luck tonight. Bye. Like, what makes you think I'm gonna be the one that you have sex with tonight? At that point, I'm like, I'm over this lap. I go find my friend. She's talking to this guy for like an extensive time. I ask her, how did it go? She's like, oh, it was horrible. It was horribly wrong. And I'm like, what are you talking about? What happened? She goes, he said he doesn't care what job his girl has. Mind you, my friend is a doctor. So apparently when he found that out, the words that followed were, I don't care what my woman does for work. All I care about is what her is like. These are the things that men are saying to the women in the club. To top it all off, on my way out the door, going home, mind you, this was like 3:30 a.m. at this point. I'm walking out the door, and on my way out, some guy grabs onto me, and he goes, are you gonna go out with me? On unhand me. What makes you think that would work out with me? As I'm exiting the club, you grab onto me and you just shout at me, "Are you going out with me?" Y'all, I don't know what is going on. I don't think it used to be like this. What happened to hi, how are you? Good evening. Good morning. What is going on? I don't know.
Anybody want to comment on this? Had similar experiences? Go ahead.
Baby, it is 3:30 a.m. What do you mean, how are you? What were you doing? And you started the story by saying, oh, the man approaches you. He asked you, what are you doing? And you said you were going home. Then you follow up by saying, asking him, what are you doing? So now you're complaining about his answer? He asked you, he gave you an answer. You decided to proceed with the conversation, and now you're complaining with the answer? At 3:30 a.m.? What happened to go to bed?
Well, no, step one is location.
Grocery store.
Grocery store, is that where you meet him?
9 a.m. pineapples.
I was about to say, I didn't think that was like that bad. I'm like, especially like circumstances and everything. I was like, I've had a way worse.
Yeah, you're in the club at 3:30 a.m. So, pro tip, go to the grocery store, 9 a.m., pineapple in your cart. If you don't believe me, look it up.
No, I've seen it in Spain. It's like a big thing they do there.
Not only that, in Utah.
In Utah?
Yeah. Isn't that a cruise ship thing where you like if you're gonna have sex, it's like they got a pineapple?
So like for swingers, they have it on their clothes, but when you're trying to meet someone in like the grocery store, you have it in like an actual pineapple in your cart.
No
way. Is that a thing?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Swingers when they go
upside down. Okay, I'm good.
No, swingers.
As a person who actually resides in Utah.
Uh-oh. But you don't think that's?
What do they do?
So I'm wondering if the guys that she's talking about were trying to like over sexualize too early.
Sure. I mean, sure. Well, we can get to that in a second. Go ahead.
So, yeah, I mean, if you want to know about pineapples, I'll talk to you about this after.
That sounds painful. What do you guys have any comments about this, about men approaching you in this manner? And you think men are getting weirder? Anybody?
Shout out 50 Cent.
No?
You can find me in the club, bottle full of bub. My mind got what you need. If you need to feel a thug, I can mind having sex.
All right.
I can even make a love.
Wait, no, hold on. I just saw 50 Cent saying that men who want multiple women are weak men. I just saw that. They want monogamy. Okay, so I'm going to explain to you guys what's going on. So if you look at the number of men that have gone without sex, it skyrocketed after 2008. And this is when we started seeing dating apps and social media on the iPhone. Once that started happening, a lot of in real life interactions started to disappear. Also, teenage pregnancy almost completely vanished. It used to be a huge problem back in the 90s. Teenage pregnancy was like a huge issue. So anyway, what's happened is the men are less calibrated. They're not good at doing the thing because they don't do it as well. So what they do is either don't approach, or when they do approach, they come off like steel traps. They're just very, very, and shout out to all the Mode 1 guys, because that's exactly what they would do. They would come up to you and be like, hey, I think you're very attractive. Are you down to fuck right now? Like, that's how they talk. Like, what the fuck? And then if you don't say yes, then I leave and go talk to someone else. Shout out to Mode 1. Shout out to all the Mode 1 guys. Like, it's fucking madness.
That's serious?
Dude, look it up. Yeah. We're going to do a debate with them. Like next Monday, we're doing a debate with some Mode 1 guys.
Can I be in that one?
It's PWF. It's PWF if you want to come on. But that's the thing. Like Mode 1 guys are like Alan Roger Curry Mode 1 guys. That's what they believe. It's like you tell a woman
at the grocery store.
No, you tell a woman when you meet her immediately you are down for sex, and I'm not trying to be your play. I'm not trying to be your play cousin or your gay friend. I'm trying to have sexual intercourse.
Does not matter when you say it.
Right, it doesn't.
Like 3 p.m. and 3 a.m. are the same time.
Yes, yeah, to them.
It's also the club, like.
That's what I'm saying. He said no. You said 3 a.m. or 3 p.m. in the grocery store. They still say it.
Well, the time's running out, man. The clock's ticking, man. You gotta be out of there before 4, right?
It's now or never.
Yeah, you better shoot your shot or don't shoot it.
That's another thing. So there's another study evolutionary psychologists do. It's called the beer goggle study. They start looking at women and men when we get closer to 2 o'clock in the morning at the bar. Right?
No one's ugly after 2 a.m.
So women honestly, so this is the difference. So when women are surveyed on long-term partners versus short-term partners, in long-term partners, they look for X amount of intelligence, physical attractiveness, etc. When they look for short-term partners, they actually want men who are smarter and more good-looking. So when women want short-term partners, they actually want guys who are even. They want to marry the accountant but sleep with the male stripper. That's what women say. When the opposite happens for men. When men want long-term partners, they want a woman who's smart, agreeable, and extremely good-looking. When they're looking for short-term partners, this was Dr. Buss's exact words. The results were embarrassing. Embarrassing. He said men did not care at all about a woman's intellectual prowess, her political beliefs, what job she had. They did not care. And in fact, her necessity to be attractive wasn't even necessary. As my good friend Justin Waller says, 80 or 280, he doesn't give a fuck. And that's how, for men, as they get closer and closer to closing time, the amount, because of the scarcity, the amount that they will tolerate for sex just becomes unbelievable. Dude, I'm telling you, all of us, if you went to college or if you were enlisted in the U.S. Army, let me tell you, there's some stories that I've seen here, some battle axes.
80 to 280?
80 or 280, buddy. Nobody cares.
She needs to have that explained to her. All right. Yes, last one. Okay. This is great. You love it. This
I think I'm going to cry.
This is yours.
Happens
This is yours.
when you put 200 stray cats in prison. These are unadopted kittens who are about to be euthanized, and animal protection organizations have come up with the bold idea of letting prison inmates adopt the kittens. Initially, the plan was opposed because they feared the cats were being abused by criminals. However, to everyone's surprise, the big men with tattooed arms not only didn't abuse the cats, but showed a tenderness they had never seen before. They no longer fight and brawl, but share experience of raising cats together and compare whose cats are the cutest. Because only those who behave well and follow the discipline have the chance to apply for a cat. Therefore, everyone shows unprecedented enthusiasm, laboring hard, earning living supplies for the cats, and even learning to knit jumpers for them. This program not only found a home for countless stray cats, but also revitalized the originally pandemonium prison as they healed each other with love and warmth.
That's a trauma song. Is this real?
Yes.
They just miss pussy.
I have. This is. Hold on, guys. Listen. I have rescued 11 cats. There is nothing in the world like if you sent me to prison for 20 years and I could take 10 cats with me, I really wouldn't mind that. Just a couple of books, I wouldn't mind that much. Guys, there's 70 million homeless animals in this fucking country. Yeah. We're the wealthiest country in the world. This is ridiculous that there are this many homeless cats. They're finding the most beautiful cat I've ever seen. They found him in a dumpster the other day, and my friend adopted him. This is ridiculous that we treat people like this, but I love this story because it's true. Like nothing in the world. Like I love dogs too. I just live in a high rise. I think it's unfair for me to have a dog in a high rise. But like I would tell all you guys out there. I know some of you guys are breeders.
I'm the dog.
Whatever. Guy. Please adopt. Don't shop. There are homeless. If you guys adopted a cat,
we technically aren't breeding for sale anymore.
Okay.
But I do breed.
Okay.
It's different, but I feel you.
My point is, if you guys, I go to the pound, or there's actually a house that I go to that has like 22 cats in it. I went in there to find Willie, and I asked him, I said, which one of these cats is never, ever, 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 ever getting adopted? And they looked at me and they said, you don't want this cat. I was like, no, tell me which one. And they sent me to this room with a 24-pound black cat that swiped at every single thing it saw. It was nasty as shit, and it just kept swiping. And it came up, climbed on the tree, and kissed me on the nose. And I took it home that day. And the lady thought I was out of my mind. She goes, well, let's do some paperwork. I said, I don't want to do any paperwork. I'm going to take the cat right now. And Willie sleeps in the bed with me every single night and is mean to everyone except me. He's mean as shit to Tristan. And if a girl comes over to my house and Willie doesn't like you, I'm kicking you out.
You're done.
He's your puppet.
That's the way it works. So, guys, I'm telling you, man, nothing in the world as number one gives me more peace for the lowest amount of effort than having an animal that I adopted, and number two, nothing causes women to come over to my apartment more than having cats. So I'll tell you guys.
Basically, adopt a pussy, guys.
There you
Just
go.
adopt
Beautiful.
one.
His love for pussy has no boundaries.
Yes.
But the thing with cat, this will be real analytical. The thing with homeless cats doesn't make sense because they should be on the ranches working.
The cats
just working.
Yeah.
I don't really understand, but okay.
Hey, you know,
The cat works on the ranch.
So I don't know if you know this or not, but like I have adopted and rescued greyhounds for the last 11 years, 12 years, since 2011. And so I'm on number 9 right now. And you know who's on number 1? Elizabeth Chevalier. She just got a greyhound puppy right now. So shout out to her.
Our cats work.
Is there any questions the ladies have for us?
How many guests do you have now?
According to my landlord, one.
One.
I have
Rollo, how many dogs do you
according to the
have?
landlord, one.
How many dogs do you have?
How many dogs do I have now?
35.
Currently,
Do you have
I have
dogs?
two. I
Okay.
have two greyhounds.
Me too.
Right now. Yeah.
I have 35.
I've had as many as 4 when I lived in Florida.
Me though.
Yeah.
Nice.
But we foster them, we rejuvenate them, and
Aw.
rescue them, put them back together again. It's hard.
I would
It
do
is
that
hard-
if I
it
had
is
the
hard to
space,
let go
for
of a
sure.
foster too. I'll tell you that.
All right, Crystal Rush, what do you think of the show?
Thank you for joining us.
Grab the
Mid-show,
microphone.
yes.
Like the microphone owes you money. Grab it. What do you think of the show? Yeah? You had a good time? I know you got here late, but we
I
love
was
having
late,
you on the show.
I was a little lost about this, but it was like fantastic.
never been
But
to
it
the
was
studio.
fantastic to listen. Like I
Yeah.
get a lot of
It's like the
interesting
fourth time
information
she's been
to
on.
think about.
Mhm.
Incredible.
What do you think, Summer?
I had a great time. It was very entertaining. I loved what everyone had to say.
I think it's the best way to spend well, it's Wednesday, but we usually do this on Thursday.
Thursdays,
I think it's
yeah.
the best way to spend Thursday night. What do you think of the show?
I had a grand old time.
Do you live here in Vegas?
You did.
Yeah.
Okay, definitely come back on. We definitely want you back on. Hailey, what do you think about the show?
It was a great hump day.
It was a great hump day. That's exactly right.
hump day.
What do you think about the show?
Good girls' night on Wednesdays. We all didn't wear pink though, so just next
Yeah,
time.
next time we'll all wear pink.
On a
You
Wednesday.
can sit with us.
Just if we could all get that memo, that'd be nice.
Okay, next time.
Wednesday we wear pink.
Emily?
But tomorrow we
I
bring
loved
toys.
it. Love meeting pretty girls.
Yes.
What do you think, Molly?
I hope you want me back, and I can't
Yes.
wait to talk politics on the other one.
Okay,
So-
let's do it. We'll talk politics.
For sure.
What do you want to talk?
It was worth the flight.
Yes. Oh, I'm glad you came out here. It's incredible. Awesome. What do you think?
It was worth a flight from Indy for sure. Thanks for having me again.
Love having you on here. All right, guys, thank you so much.
you.
We're going to try to plan one the week before New Year's, if that's possible. I'm going to try to get some people on to come do that. You guys are all welcome to come back. We do these about once every 3 weeks. You guys check it out. For you, I don't know if you saw the one we did during the election. It was really good. We'll see that one.
Yeah, that was one of our best
That was pretty
shows.
intense.
Yeah.
Why was it intense? What
One thing about
happened?
that, did you hear that Elon knew 4 hours before the election? He created an app for himself on his phone, and he was like, all right, I'm out. So I was wondering why I didn't see him on stage when Trump did
Yeah.
his acceptance speech.
Yeah.
He knew. He was like, I'm going home. Good night.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
4 hours before everybody else.
It's an Irish goodbye.
So 2 things real quick for those of you guys who are watching. If you guys are interested, go to babesintoylandcharity.com. You guys can join us at On the Record Nightclub at Park MGM. Please bring a toy. There's going to be probably 50 or 60 guys and probably 475 girls that are going to be at that thing tomorrow. So please come help us raise money and gather toys for the KLUC 98.5 FM toy drive that's happening tomorrow. And then for those of you who are interested, contact Tristan, myself, and Owen Cook. We're doing a 6-day boot camp all throughout Las Vegas. If you guys are interested in coming to that, let me know. We're gonna have a bunch of guests come on the thing. We're gonna do, it's like 12 hours instruction every day for six days. If you guys are interested in that, please contact Tristan or contact me if you guys are interested in doing that. What do you have coming up?
Just Babes in Toyland tomorrow, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I will be there.
Yes.
Mrs. Tomassi will be with me as well.
Incredible.
So that'll be
See you
great.
tomorrow.
Yes.
And you will see my Longhorns in the national championship here pretty soon. So get ready.
Go
Hook 'em.
Texas.
Just get ready. Okay, anything else? You guys good?
Good. Thanks.
Beautiful. All right, guys, remember, thank you for listening to our misinformation. Thank you guys for learning about abstinence and sobriety, and we will see you guys in 3 weeks.
And dick pics.
Bye.